And we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello and welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I'm not one of these folksy country types, but I'm here with my good friend, Ms. Joe Fallak.
Well, hello.
And the one and only country Mr. Justin Thomas James. Hello. And we're here bringing you a one-shot dungeon. Whoop-de-whoop. That's right. Tonight we are doing one of our one-shot dungeon series, which is part of the, was it 2018, 2017, 2016? What year did you pull this dungeon from, Joe?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? No, it's a 2018 dungeon.
2018 one-page dungeon submission to something. And this one is called Claudia's Taphouse.
Correct.
Claudius killed my father. Big.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the INVICTUS stream. We roleplay every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. It is, of course, an 18-plus show. Why is it 18-plus, Justin?
Well, let me show you.
That's right, because we use the best fabric softener available. It smells so good. That's right, it's an 18-plus show. If you're not comfortable with no words or
No
words or uncomfortable adult situations, then that's okay. You do not have to watch the following. But make sure you like the video and subscribe to us. Despite all the 18-plus, we're still a really great group of people, and we love and we care so much. It is just so emotional. So please subscribe and like and do all that cool stuff. If you are a follower of the Twitters, follow us at INVICTUS Stream. That's right. That's INVICTUS STREAM. I got the first part really fast and then stumbled because I was too unsure. That's right. Thank you. INVICTUS Stream. Also,
you took a risk, Harlan. You took a risk. And
Harlan Guthrie, 3rd grade spelling bee champion, best 3rd grade speller.
I tried, guys. Thank you. But that's right. You can also follow us at on Instagram at the INVICTUS stream. That's what I just spelled with the on the front of it. And finally, you should join the Facebook group. The Facebook group is the place where we get together every week, and we just have the best time ever. Also, when you're part of the Facebook group, I should say, you get to you have a chance at winning a little thing we like to call the most valuable post. The most valuable post is the post of the week that we distinguish amongst the rest. We say, you're better than everybody else. And because you're better than everyone else, we give you a little bit of bonus XP, a sprinkling, a smidgen of XP that you can spend in-game to help us, which includes tonight. This week, we would like to reward it to the one and only Mr. Charlie McBroom. Charlie. Why? Because he panders. And that's a good thing.
Because he listens and then he panders.
Listening is such an important thing, okay? Listen! But for real, Charlie McBroom just totally...
what are we talking about?
Charlie McBroom. He photoshopped
We're talking about listening.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
A really sexy photo of I just know Kevin Costner is in it. I didn't actually read anything else.
And then he talks about Justin's humming capabilities. Yeah.
Which is an automatic win.
Yeah.
For this week only.
Because it's like,
that's right.
That's how you hum. It's more a satisfied dinner hum, like than like a song.
That's not a hum.
Well, it's a what is it?
I would say that's a moan.
A moan. What if you hummed after eating? If you were like, is that a hum?
You don't do that.
Well, but at what point does a hum become a mum? Become a mum?
Yeah, so instead of giving XP tonight, we're going to give you 70 Canadian dollars.
Yay!
Not actually.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna keep that money.
Yeah.
But you get an XP.
That's more money than any of us have ever held at once. And
I know, it's amazing.
I'm not even holding it.
God. I've never even seen that much money.
Making it rain. Making it. Oh, well, that was a short.
It was a sun shower.
We got a lot of people joining us on Discord. If you're very cool, you will also be joining us on Discord.
And if you're not cool, just go away.
Oh, we got one.
We got one that's uncool.
Got a cool boy.
Hi, cool boy, Justin.
We got Carly and Bjorn. We got Chris and Jeff and Colin.
We got Carly and Bjorn. We got Chris and Jeff. We got Colin and
who's Sinky Shaman
and Sinky Shad and Sinky
Shaman. We got Zia. We got Martin. We got just everyone. Megan.
Marbles
Hi,
says that 70 Canadian dollars or 1 XP is no content, and actually no contest rather, and 70 Canadian dollars is the equivalent of 1 XP.
American
That's
dollars.
right. So if you'd like to have an XP, send Justin 70 Canadian dollars.
Yeah. Guys, we can trick them. Oh shit! Never mind.
We got Johnny here. We got Michael and Brianna.
We got John here. We got Mike and Brianna.
That reminds me of those like 90s.
My favorite raisins are golden sultanas.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and my name is Kate.
Oh God. We need like 40 other people in the background of your video just to come in right now and start prancing in spandex.
So good. In spandex. Yeah. That's the way. That's
and they're all 12 years old.
Except for Martha in the back, who's like 50 for some reason.
Like,
Hi, I'm Martha.
Why does Justin have so many 12-year-olds trapped in his basement in spandex?
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
I know. Question in the back, yes?
So.
He put his hand up. I was calling on him.
Oh, sorry.
I see. Well, then Joe said, and then I thought she was going to feel
my doorbell just rang.
Your doorbell rang?
Yeah.
What? You don't have any friends.
Does Amazon deliver packages this late?
I don't think so, but you know what? There's a car in the driveway. It's backed up.
Maybe it's Santa.
Wait, a car in the driveway that looks what?
It's backed up. Like it's got its trunk towards the. Okay, hold on one second.
Don't go out there, Harlan. No, Harlan.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
It's not. That's not funny.
I think it's kind of funny.
Straight up, we were audio witnesses to a shooting. 3 days ago, to the house behind Harlan's and across one. Someone got shot 8 times. We were watching Band of Brothers.
Whoa.
Which is like a war movie, TV show, and we heard like 8 pops in a row, and I was like, "What the fuck? Were those gunshots?" And Harlan was like, "I think those were gunshots." And we paused the show. We didn't hear any other ones, but I was like, "I'm just gonna go stand by the front door for a minute just to like see." And then he went to the back, and there's like 8 police cruisers.
Wow.
So now I'm nervous.
I mean, you guys were witnesses.
Well, yeah, they didn't come door knocking, but did you get shot?
No. Did you tell them about that?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's ridiculous. It's funny you were watching. Well, it's not funny, but it's funny that you were watching Band of Brothers.
It's what's the word?
Was it in the middle of like a war scene?
Yeah.
It was just after the scene that Garnier and Toy lose their legs, and it was like sort of a quiet moment, and we hear like 8 shots, pop, 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 and we're like,
"Holy shit!"
It's crazy. It's one shot.
It was scary.
Person survive?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. He's in critical condition. That was not a gun. You know what this is so weird. The guy's like, "I have the elliptical machine." I'm like,
good for you, buddy.
So
yay!
So who has the elliptical machine, and why is he telling you?
The guy. He's got the elliptical machine. So I was like, I didn't order like what do you mean? He's like, I have the elliptical. I'm like, okay.
Is it for Sam?
So I'm like, I honestly didn't even figure it out. I have a downstairs neighbor named Sam, but I didn't piece 2 and 2 together. And I was like, okay. And he's like walking back to his car, and I'm like shutting the door, and I'm like, oh. I was like, where were you trying to deliver to? He's like, what? My address. And he's like,
which is
it starts with a 1.
It's all
quickly. Okay, he's either at 1111111 or 1111.
It's 40 ones, and then it's 11111 40 times.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard. Anyway,
Because you literally posted your real fucking legit phone number
too many
twice.
people called it. I had to take that video down. Anyway.
And then
so
you
it's like,
posted a picture of it like 3 days later. And I was like, Harlan, what are you doing?
and then I was like, what are you, who are you delivering it to? And he's like, oh, Sam. I'm like, oh, he's around back. And then the guy just basically was like, and then was about to leave. I don't know if he ended up delivering it because I wouldn't go down. Sam's got a pretty shady entrance. It's like all the way down, and I don't know where you're gonna bring me.
Yeah, and there's no real like pathway, really, is there? Is there
There's
like?
there's a nice motion light, but you're walking on grass.
But Sam's such a sweet guy. He wanted to meet.
Who's the 1,000 man? He says we should get Sam on the stream. So true. Sam is really fun. He's not an RPG player.
No, he's like he wanted to meet Henry, so the three of us took a walk up to the corner store to go shopping together, and Henry loved him. Sham, like as soon as we got back. Some reason he made an impression, but I told Sam what we do, and he was just like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, okay. I was like, it's gaming. He's like, yeah, I don't like any of that stuff.
Thanks.
He's nice about it. He's not like your shit sucks.
I'm cool.
He just we're cool. Yeah. We can do cool things. Anyway, no gunshots. Where the fuck were we?
We're playing a game.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Oh. I gotta get a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Do it.
You deserve it. I should have made a cup of tea, but I didn't have time. So instead, I opted for a bath.
How was it?
It was really nice. Thank you for asking. Although, filled up the tub, and then I was like, you got to turn that hot water a little bit to scooch up the temp a little bit when it starts dipping.
You got like 15 solid minutes in the bath, and then if you want to stay in longer, you got to do a little extra hot water, and then you got to do this with the water so that it goes
the whirlpool.
Around.
Yep. Yeah, bath 101. I gave a little scooch to the old hot knob, and it came out cool. And I was like, huh? Crank that bad boy open all the way. Cold water, not ice cold, but like room temp. And I'm like,
Harlan's not choosing the wrong knob because one of his knobs is fucked up on his back.
You made me sound like a poor person. I got like one knob's just gone, and I got to turn it with fucking pliers.
Well,
yeah. Well, we talking about knobs now,
basically. And the scooch of the hot is cold, and I kept running it like an idiot, and it just was not getting hot. So that's important.
Do you still not have hot water? Maybe Sam was having a hot water party.
If he was not by the time I was done, because he was having a very bad time at that point then because I was using it all up. Maybe he's a night shower. I don't know. I can't. My binoculars can't see that far into his apartment.
You've got like a series of mirrors set up so that you can like see down underneath the house. Okay, serious question. Does he have windows in his apartment?
I have no idea. That was just a joke. That was a joke. Guys. Oh no, he does. Yeah, he has a window by the front door.
He does.
And then the door in the basement has a window.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's got like when you walk to the door, there's the one to the left side.
I've actually never been into the backyard.
Me neither.
Yeah. Well, now we know what we have to do.
Next summer, we're gonna have barbecues out there. No, none of you are invited. Don't come to 1111111 Canada.
Just Canada.
Luckily, they don't know the zip code is 1111.
Oh no! It's not called a zip code. Oh,
I fudged up. It's not even called a zip code. Joke's on you.
Sucker.
Anyway.
All right.
Back to the thing we're doing. Did we tell MVP? Yeah, Charlie McBroom.
Yeah,
you did it. Good job. Okay.
Congratulations, Charlie.
Congratulations.
You did it, Charlie.
Charlie.
That is not a sarcastic clap.
Charlie.
Those kids are like 58.
At least.
I don't know if you know this, but time goes double for famous people. So it's like they get everything better. They get the best seats in the house, and they're just like double age. That kid's 50. You feel old? Did you know that kid's 58 now?
I feel like you're making a comment about how drugs impact celebrities.
No,
he's a baby.
It's not that clever. Well, not anymore.
It could be.
He's been married 4 times. Been there.
Sadly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the game. Is there anything else we need to do? Tonight's gonna be a silly one.
Tonight's gonna we're getting punchy.
Punchy.
Oh.
Lefty.
No, I think we good.
We good. I'm ready.
I think that's it.
Should we start the shit?
Oh, I thought we already did.
Nope.
But that was the
all
game.
right.
This is
ladies,
RPG.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we bring you Claudia's Taphouse.
As the setting sun casts long shadows through the limbs of the trees above you, as the evening birds call distantly to one another, and as a soft mist rises from the low-lying fern and forest grasses, it occurs to you that you may need to make camp in this wood. Your bodies are tired and worn from your adventures, though you are returning victorious, having completed your quest. The sting of open skin from a sword's blow and the blood-stiffened clothes and armor you wear remind you of the price even successful adventurers must pay. Who are we looking at?
You're looking at Klaus von Stimpel, a fairly short half-elf bard. As I sit next to a tree playing my lute, listening to the crackling fire and the crickets in the night time, I sing my favorite song. Grey skies are going to clear up, put on the happy face. He is trying not to cry as he sidesteps a tiny bird with a broken wing in the center of the laneway and turns to Derek. Derek, there is a broken bird here.
Brush back those tears and cheer up. Put on a happy face. What? Bird? Derek. Derek is a half-orc. He's got a nice big shield on his back, a axe that is stuck in a piece of wood. And he kind of lumbers over after taking a whiz in the forest and walks right up to Krimple von Vandersteen and says, "What bird are you talking about here?"
This poor little robin, it's only got a broken red wing. Look down, Derek. Please tell me you're not blind to this poor creature.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And Klaus scoops down and with his hands, he puts his lute away now that his partner has done peeing and he's leaning away from the tree. He comes over and he scoops up the bird. It's poor little things. Do you think the taste is good?
You want to eat it?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't had a bite to eat today. Have you?
No, I haven't actually. I don't know how much meat's on that thing. But personally, I don't know. What did it do to you?
It did nothing, but it looks a little funny. And I don't like birds that look a little funny.
Well, you and me both. Honestly, I'm sick of birds that look funny. I once ran into a big bird that went gobble, gobble, gobble. Oh, man. I didn't sleep for weeks.
That sounds like a terrible scenario.
You're just eating it raw, aren't you?
Yeah, very hungry. Is this the way we need to go, Derek? And Derek lumbers how many feet above Carl?
Oh, at least 2 feet taller. I'm a big man, or orc, half orc. I'm half man, half orc. I can say I'm a man if I want to. Damn it! All right,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm quite a bit taller, and this is the way we're supposed to go, Klaus. I am not a lot of people know this about me, but I'm pretty damn good with maps. So you just leave the directions to me, and I'll make sure we get where we're supposed to go. Now, where is it we're supposed to go again?
Of course. Do you not read the email? This is the...
Yeah.
Of course, I mean the energetic mail that is sent to us via the birds in the sky. Not the ones that look funny.
Right, they sent it
Tempered.
to you like a bird song, right? And then your
Yeah.
bird ears were able to translate it and turn
Well,
it
any
into.
any ears can translate it, but I'm obviously the brains of this outfit, and it's my job to ensure that we are going the
Whoa,
right
whoa,
way.
whoa, whoa, whoa! I wouldn't quite say you're the brains exactly.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And I like
All right.
puff my chest up, which like again the top of my head barely reaches. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've met a few guys in my day who've said they're smarter than old Derek, but I tell you what, I could beat you in any competition using the mind elect than
Ah,
anybody else
well.
could beat me.
First person to finish this bird. That's right,
Damn.
Derek. Don't.
That's not
enter-
fair. You've got it in your hand.
Life's not fair,
Give
Derek.
me some of that bird.
Nope, it's all gone. The bird is delicious too. It makes my tummy feel bad, but it's
All right, fine. All right. We'll call it a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw.
What are we doing? Where are we going? You tell us where we're going.
Where did you come from? So you've just completed some mission. The two of you have accomplished a few jobs together before, despite the way that you kind of get it under each other's skin a little bit. You know, you work
Because we're
well.
brothers. It's because we're actually half brothers.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Is
We're
your mom
like
the human,
foster
or
fam-
is it your dad?
the dad's the human?
That's the
Okay.
human. Yeah, my mom's an orc. She's not very nice. My dad, I never really knew him.
He was a wonderful man. He was really human.
Yeah, he didn't have these pointy ears.
Well, no, that was.
Derek, does that make your last name Von Stimpel?
He doesn't go by it, but
I don't go
knows.
by it. I'm like that bird, Cher.
It's very good.
Well, basically, that last job was a real doozy. Do you remember when we grabbed all the chickens and jumped off the cliff and they paddled and you're too heavy and you fell down into that hay bale?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hit my head pretty hard on that hay bale, and I don't remember too much of that. What happened after that? I remember something involving an octopus and a barmaid.
Yes, there's 6 octopuses in the bar, and then the barmaid wanted to put on some sort of sexy show with them. I think she was interested in doing something that made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, asphyxiation. That's right.
That's the
I didn't
but it was
really-
asphyxiation because she ended up doing it with cod.
Asphyxiation.
From up ahead, the smell of wood smoke is your first indication that there is some dwelling.
You know,
Hey, that's,
wood smoke is my favorite smoke.
I was just thinking that. You know, some other smoke is a little rancid, but
I
wood
don't
smoke.
want any of that bologna of the ham smoke.
smoke.
I
Stone
always
smoke.
prefer the wood smoke. Yeah.
Wood smoke. Hey, we should check it out, and maybe it's some sort of inn or something, burning wood.
In what?
I
sort
don't
of
know. A pot. You
It's-
put wood in a pot, and then put
yeah.
some. Have a mage cast fireball on it, and then that'll.
Let's take a quick peek, see, huh? And Klaus bends over at the side of the road and pulls out some binoculars and sticks them up to his eye cannons and takes a peek-see.
Lovely. So, as I said, the sun is going down. It's getting dark outside, and simultaneous to your pulling out your binoculars and getting a peek-see through the woods, the scent changes. So, as you bring into focus the scene ahead of you, you are assaulted by the warm, delicious smell of roast chicken, and you see through these binoculars a cozy-looking 2-story building. Through every pane, you can see lamplight, and above the front door, there's a sign hanging. You can't quite read it.
Derek, I see the 2-story building up ahead. It seems like there's chicken.
Yeah, I see the chicken smell too.
No.
Should we investigate?
Most definitely. But perhaps we should be extra careful if we're not sure. This could be some sort of Derek, no, come back! And
I got my axe. Don't forget your loot.
And I run after him, dragging my loot behind me, which is like a sack with a dwarven $sign on it.
I thought you meant L-U-T-E, but you're saying L-O-O-T.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my loot is sticking out of it, obviously.
Both. The thought of a hot meal and cold ale is extremely enticing as the two of you make your way into the clearing in which this building stands.
Just the two of us baking castles in the sand.
Just the two of us, building castles in the sand. Oh, we're here.
You see the sign hanging above the front door reads Claudia's Taphouse.
Claudia's
well, you want to...
Derek, what is a tap house?
Pardon me. Oh, yeah.
Is it? It's one of those interesting things.
Tap house is another word for tap bar or tavern or inn even. You go in and they instead of beds, they've got taps that they pour beer out of. And you can drink that beer for a modest price. Maybe even they'll have beds in this house. I'm not sure exactly what kind of tap house this is. Well, obviously it's Claudia's, but I don't think we're going to run into any problems here. I think we're just going to be able to enjoy a nice cold ale and some chicken stew and wood-burning smoke.
You know, Derek, for once I think you're right. I think when we walk through these doors, nothing eventful will happen at all.
Well, for once I think I'm right. I mean, I'm smarter than you. I open the door.
Yes.
The wide rectangular room you enter is dominated by a 30-foot-long carved wooden bar, adorned with lanterns and candelabras, behind which stands a snappily dressed woman polishing glasses. To your left, a staircase leading up and out of sight. To your right, a couple of sets of tables and chairs are arranged in front of a blazing fire, on which several chickens are roasting deliciously. Two men sit at a table together playing cards and having some dinner, seemingly paying you no mind. Pleasant piano music plays from somewhere. "Good evening, folks," says the woman behind the bar.
Ah, guten Tag. My name is Klaus von Stimpel, and I'm here with my half-brother, Derek.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello. It's so nice to see the two of you. Well, welcome to my tap house. Are you here?
You must be Claudia.
That's correct.
Oh,
yes.
I heard so much about you in the past 2 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm pleased to be talked about. Can I pour you a drink?
And I look at Klaus.
Yeah, I suppose we can dip into the old kitty.
Hell yeah, you can.
Into my pocket, and I pull out 2 gold coins. This is all we've allotted for tonight's drinking. Derek, I think we need to make sure that we are being mindful of keeping our savings in check.
Oh, well, Klaus, you're right. If that's all we've got for drinking and the rest is for food and lodging and investing, then I think that we should take it easy. Now, you know what? And I pat him on the back. I say, you've been working real hard this whole trip, Klaus. I want you to spend that money on yourself. That's what we're going to do. Hey, Claudia, let's get two ales just for my friend here. Brother.
Why,
Absolutely. Will you be having some dinner this evening as well?
No, this is actually our last 2 coins. That's it. And I take the 2 drinks. I'm like, thank you, brother. And I drink them.
How you feeling?
A little drunk.
Right at that moment, the front door slams open. a young girl rushes in to the tavern. In her hand, she's holding a glass vial of some kind. And as her foot catches the, what is it called? It's like the entryway, the lower part of a door jam. Threshold. Thank you. Her foot catches the threshold of the door. She falls on her face. The vial smashes and drops of whatever liquid is inside of this vial splash violently everywhere, and all of a sudden the two of you are standing on the outside of the tavern door just as Derek opens the door.
What? Derek, did I drink those too quickly? I feel a bit...
Good evening, folks, says the snappily dressed woman behind the door. Or, sorry, behind the bar.
Good evening.
Hey there. My name is Klaus. I mean,
No.
Derek.
Yeah.
You're Klaus. Yeah, and we're just we're travelers. We heard a lot about you, and we're looking.
Did we not already do this? Is this not what we?
Can I?
Yeah, well,
welcome, both of you.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Can we take a seat?
Of course, anywhere you like. As you see to your left, there is a staircase leading up into darkness. To your right, there is a crackling fire. Two patrons sitting at a table playing cards and eating dinner. Some roast chickens on the fire, and a piano playing from somewhere. Of course, please take a seat.
One second, please. And I turn to Derek. Derek, did we not already do this? Am I crazy?
Oh, I thought it was just me on account of hitting my head hard.
I thought it was just me on account of drinking the 2 beers back to back.
Are you still feeling a little drunk?
Am I feeling a little drunk still?
No.
Wait. And I reach into my pocket and I go to feel if the 2 coins are still there.
Yes.
Derek, we're rich again. I had 2 beers for free. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
Hey, well, do you still feel thirsty?
Blow on my breath. Yeah.
Oh, darn it. Hey, what? Give me those. And I grab the 2 coins and I go in. And I want both your chickens. I want to eat them right here, right now. They smell delicious. I'll give you these 2 gold coins for that.
Of course, absolutely. And so Claudia takes the 2 gold coins from you, and she says, "I haven't seen you around here before, gentlemen. Are you new here?" And she sort of walks out from behind the bar, and she grabs some like hot mitts or whatever, oven mitts. She walks over to the fire with a roasting pan.
Say, Claudia, yeah?
Yes, that's me. It's Claudia.
Do me a favor. What is your father's name?
Sven.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
He is not, unfortunately. This actually was his business. And she begins to take the chicken off of the spit as the door opens and a little girl runs in. She catches her foot on the threshold, stumbling, falling to the floor, breaking a vial of liquid, and you are standing directly in front of the tavern again.
Derek, do you know what this means?
Damn it! Damn it, Klaus! I didn't get my chicken. And I smash the door open and I run in.
Wait. And I walk
And
over I just
start grabbing at the chicken.
And I push myself in front of...
I'm sorry, you do what?
I try to push myself in front of Derek as he grabs at the chickens and starts eating them.
You are standing in front of the door again.
Yeah, he pushes it in and runs in.
Yeah, then you stand in front of the door again.
Oh.
All right. Did I get to taste any of that chicken?
Just barely.
Oh, come on. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. I had a dream like this once, where I was in a constant loop of the same thing over and over again. In fact, it was in a tavern like this. You know what I did?
No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I ate everything, and God, it was delicious. I ate the chicken, I ate the pork, I ate the ham, I even ate the bread that was a little moldy, and oh my God, it tasted good. And then when it reset, I did the same thing again, and again, and again, and it was heaven. All right?
But before you even got to eat the chicken, it reset.
Yeah.
You need to be smarter about this. Something seems odd. Let's go inside. And I walk inside, and I walk over to Claudia, and I say, Claudia, yes?
Yes. Hi there, folks. Can I help you with something?
My brother Derek and I were good friends of your father's friend before he passed, and he said if we ever needed a bite to eat on the road to stop in, and he would give us a meal. Unfortunately, he didn't live until that
Oh, well, that's something, I suppose. How did you know my father?
Well, what did he do again?
Oh, he was the proprietor of this.
Right. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have one sister, yes.
What's her name again?
Marcy.
Does she work here?
No, she's too young for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I get you something?
No, we'll just wait.
Hey, Klaus, should we try to, stop this girl from tripping when she walks in the door? Hey, I'm going to do that anyway. And I get up and I walk to the door.
That's fine. I'm just going to con this girl out of a free meal when we come back. No offense, Claudia.
What?
Nothing.
What do you...
Don't worry.
And Derek, as you walk to the front door and you open it, you see coming down the path from the opposite direction that you and Klaus had been traveling, a little girl is sort of trotting along, and she's holding this now familiar glass vial in her hand as she approaches.
Oh, hey, how's it going? You coming in here?
What?
Are you look like you're coming in here. I thought I might just hold the door open. Whoa! Where's the fire? What's the rush, little girl?
Oh, I just have to get this to my sister.
Oh, who's your sister?
Claudia.
Oh, you must be Marcy.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Now, careful. Watch the threshold here.
I like your axe. And you help her. She takes your big hand and you help her cross the threshold. And just as she steps into the tavern, the two of you are standing outside again.
Damn.
Marcy's cute.
She's a bit young for you. And I walk inside the tavern.
I know.
Hi there, folks. What can I do for you?
My brother Derek and I were old friends of your father's friend before he passed, as well as your younger sister Marcy, and they said if we were ever in the area, we'd stop by and have a free meal. Could we have a little chicken, please?
Oh, of course.
Wunderbar.
Nice to meet you, Klaus. Please, these are just about ready if you wouldn't mind. And she leads you over to one of the tables beside the other patrons. They're playing cards, they're sort of talking quietly to each other. A plate of chicken in front of them.
Guten Abend. Guten Tag.
Hello. Yes. Hi.
They're both hey, how's it going? My name's I'm Derek. Nice to meet you. Hold up my hand.
Take a peek at the guy's cards.
Yeah, it seems like he's the one guy's about to lose probably at what is it called? 5 Dragon Ante or something.
Why, you don't want to shake my hand?
And I check both their cards. I'm like, kind of obviously. I'm like,
they're kind of like, oh, don't want to look at. And then the one guy's like, did you guys want to play? This round's almost over. And this friend's like, what are you talking about? This round's almost over. I'm just about to bet more. He's like, I know you're bluffing.
So these both humans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind a game. Would we play a game?
I don't think we'll be able to. I think it will reset any minute.
And so you sit down at the table, or are you
Yeah,
chatting?
I'll sit down at the table. Might as well hang out with these guys.
Claudia.
Oh, I was just gonna say I am curious where that piano's coming from. That's you don't run into too many pianos in these parts, you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Ask Claudia. And she's like busy with her back to you at the fire, sort of arranging a chicken. And the one guy's like, oh, damn it. You win again. And he throws his cards on the table. And the door opens to the tavern. And little Marcy runs in and trips and falls as one of the men at the table rips a drumstick off of a chicken and takes a big bite, and the two of you are standing outside of the tavern again.
Wait, how old is Mercy?
She's about 12, probably.
Oh my god, I thought she was like 20. This is
I
feel weird
she's
about
too
that
young
comment.
for you. No,
Well, I mean, she's cute in like she's cute in like you know, familial sort of way. You know what I mean? I don't think that she's like I wouldn't. No,
Derek,
come
of
on,
course not. No,
come on, Klaus.
Of course.
Come on.
No.
All right.
Can I help you?
Yes, you must be the Claudia, of course. This is your house. Yeah?
Yes, it is. How can I get you a drink?
No. You. Let me think. You own this Taphouse, yeah?
Yes, of course.
Is this something in this town? Is this in a town? I should ask you.
No. She looks out the window at the growing night sky as just trees for miles.
Yeah. You own this place entirely, yeah?
Yes.
Very good. Would we be able to inspect a room before interesting in sleeping the night?
I suppose so. They're all occupied upstairs, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can go ahead if you like.
Hey, where's that piano coming from?
Oh, we have a pianist hired.
Oh.
He's upstairs. Very talented.
Oh, all right, yeah, upstairs. Why isn't he playing for the tavern? You'd think he'd be down here, you know.
Oh, well, I've tried to have him in the dining room before. That's not a good.
Why is that not a good idea?
Not a good idea. Well, he's kind of a surly gentleman, so no, he won't be.
I know something about surly gentlemen.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I would. I've been traveling with them the past few months.
As have I.
It's Klaus. Klaus is surly. Usually in the
So is
morning.
Derek. Yeah.
Well, whatever you say. Hey, yeah, okay. Why don't we head upstairs then?
Can I roll a perception while they're talking and take a look
You
at
absolutely
the bar?
can. Yes.
Kabam.
What are you doing breaking out dice right here? Come
I want
on.
to see something. I'm interested
Klaus,
in how much.
This isn't the time for fun and games. We're stuck in an endless time loop.
17.
So you do notice that apart from the stairwell, that leads up into darkness that I previously mentioned on the left side of the room from entering the building, that there's additionally a door leading behind the bar, which is kind of tricky to see, but you managed to with your extreme perceiving.
Is Derek and Claudia, are they distracted?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to Derek whether he's distracted. Claudia, I think you guys have started talking about infinite time.
Oh, I'm totally distracted. I'm playing with I'm actually really admiring the curtains on the window.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, how do they do this?
It's a gorgeous red velvet color.
Very.
I am going
fine
to go towards that back door.
Okay. I will say you managed to get all of the way there, and you open up the door to reveal an interesting room. just moments before you end up back in front of the tavern, you see, or I guess imprinted on your retinas, just the barest glimpse of this room before it is obscured by the now familiar wood door. You see a long room that is extremely clean, very well lit, painted white and blue, with a long red velvet cushion along one side.
Wait, Derek, don't say anything. I remember the room.
Oh, yeah. I remember the room, too.
No.
My bedroom when I was a kid.
No, quiet. I was looking in the back room, and then right before we got zoomed back here, I remember seeing this long hallway with this perfectly red pillow and blue and white.
Oh, yeah? Sounds nice.
I was thinking of an idea an old friend Zia told me, but I didn't understand if this was not part of a town visit or not if it worked. But let's do it anyway. And I kick open the door and say, "What? We are the health inspectors, and we want to make sure this Taphouse is up to snuff. What's behind this door?" And I begin walking towards the door.
Roll a performance.
As a
Mr.
bard,
Bard.
I'm very happy to say I have 24.
Eric, how do you react to this?
Oh, yeah, what he said. I've seen him do stuff like this before. It's not my first rodeo.
We'll roll that over. Claudia's like, oh, of course. I didn't know health inspectors exist in this county. Of course, anywhere you like. Go right ahead.
And I stop behind the door and I'm like, "What is this door for? What's behind this door?" And I open it up.
Is it a monster?
You see, again, the long room behind the bar that seems to be kind of a special area due to its extreme cleanliness, the kind of nebulous way that it's being lit, no apparent light sources, just really well lit place. A long ledge or pedestal that runs along the back length of the room that is topped with a long red velvet cushion, and atop the cushion 8 golden gongs spaced evenly. Claudia's like, "Oh, honestly, it's just storage. I don't really know what's..." It's just...
I'm gonna roll insight as she says that.
Great.
That ornate room is just for gongs.
It's a gong room.
Storage.
14. And my name is no longer Edmund Cheselwood, by the way. I should change that.
She's a little bit confused. Yeah, she just kind of goes back. Please, if there's anything else that I can help you with, just let me know. And she goes back to work.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a leg of that chicken.
And as you do, Derek is given a leg of chicken, and you start again at the door of the tavern. You didn't hear anything.
I was about to eat that chicken again. Hey, so, what? What do you want? Stop. And I just kind of push him away gently. Listen, I'm just hungry,
Someone
all right?
Zia says muted, silent. I think, yep, Klaus, you muted
I
yourself.
accidentally hit the keys wrong.
Well, you gotta be careful with what you're pressing.
Stop flailing.
I can't flail. It's part of my character, Harlan.
Well, why don't we just go to a different tap house?
Listen,
I mean, I'm
to
sure we
Derek,
could
pay
find
attention for a
what's
second.
over.
We're in a very unique situation here. Listen. We are obviously stuck in some sort of Timenlupen, which is German for time loop. I think that at first this inconvenience was a bit of a battle of Ruka, but if we can understand this time loop, perhaps we can exploit it, yeah? There's a lot of people in there that have secrets. Maybe some of them have keys, passcodes, information that we can exploit, becoming friendly with them, understanding this information, and then using it to exploit. You understand? Yeah?
I get it, but I don't know if the war god really cares so much about exploiting people. Why don't we
What
just
does
kill
the war
them?
god care about, Derek? Killing people?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, like, people who do bad, evildoers. I'll kill
Right, well,
evildoers.
okay, well,
I don't.
perhaps.
What
we
use do
can-
I have for keys and secrets?
Not keys, what do you mean? You carry... What is in your back pocket right now? That size of that ruby. Why do you carry that giant diamond ruby thing?
Or just in case I meet someone I like, and I can give it to them as a pretty gift.
Well, do you not like me?
You're my brother, Klaus?
So? Is it because I'm not 12 years old?
Shut up. Let's go get some more chicken.
I should go see what that little girl brings. And I'm going to run towards the little girl.
Yeah, she's maybe 100 meters off by this point, and she's sort of like trotting toward the
Hello, Marcy.
little
My name
Taphouse.
is Klaus, and I'm going to... Claudia asked me to retrieve that vial and bring it to her because she needs it very quickly.
Yes, I couldn't possibly. This is so important.
And now you give that to me, and I take it from her. It's 12. And I pop it open and smell it.
Oh, it's so smelly.
I smash it on the ground.
Okay. She starts crying. Why did you do that?
What was that?
What do you
Hey,
mean?
Klaus, you made her
I'm telling
cry.
my sister on you.
No, you don't need to tell your sister. I'll
She
give her a hard
runs
time
to
right
the
now.
Taphouse.
Oh, she'll forget in a minute anyway.
Buddy, you can't just go around smashing little girls' bottles. All right? That's
Derek.
not cool.
We walked into that room, that bottle smashed, and then we were stuck in the Scheifenlupen. I'm thinking that perhaps this bottle was something to do with it, but now I don't think so.
And now you're standing back in front of the door.
Vroom. Ah.
Well,
See,
maybe
and
it
she's
has
forgotten.
absolutely nothing to do with it. Well, okay, just because she's forgotten doesn't mean it was a mean thing to do. All right?
Which is actually an interesting concept. Why do we remember, no one else? I wonder if anyone else remembers. How could we do something that would make other people remember?
Do we have any way to leave a lasting imprint on this realm or dimension or whatever is replaying?
Yeah, we could. And I kick open the door and draw my bow and say, "All right, everyone, this is a robbery. Me and my brother are going to rob this place. Everyone, empty your pockets."
Claudia's like, oh,
Hi.
okay, everyone just do what they say. Please,
That's right.
I have very little here.
That's right. And I like walk around pointing the bow at everyone. "Oh, don't make me use this."
The guy's like, cowering.
All right.
Man.
And I walk around. I say, "Derek, pull your weapon so they think we're scary.
No, I got something in my eye.
Just
God.
just do it."
This is-
Claudia, yeah, where's the lockbox? Where did you keep the money?
Just a second, and she reaches down underneath the bar, and she puts a small lockbox on the top. She's like, "Don't, please don't." There's
Open
nothing-
it up. Is it unlocked already? Is it your combination?
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, I'm just so flustered. And she opens up the lockbox, and there's like 30 pieces of silver in there.
Damn. And I kind of lean back. All right.
Just
Is
take
anybody-
it. Just take
Is
it.
anybody in the bar not reacting to our robbery?
No.
Okay. And I kind of
Hey,
Put
The
my-
one
Klaus.
guy is like under the table. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I just want to try something, Klaus.
yeah.
Yeah, stand still. All right. I take the lockbox and I whack Klaus over the head with it.
Roll damage?
Not a hard bump.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to see if it would leave a bump.
Oh yeah.
And I shoot his foot.
Ah! What the hell?
Well, it's a bigger wound.
Come on! All right. Roll
I
your
just picture you like hitting the lockbox, me turning, and then it's going,
Yeah.
brrrr, and you're like, ah!
It's very Home Alone in
Yeah,
its
that's what I'm trying to think of.
occurrence. Well, you still roll me a d6 plus your dex, please.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. 2 plus 3, so 5.
5 damage.
Oh.
Oh, come on. When I found out this was a time loop, the last thing I wanted was to relive pain.
Claudia's like, what are you? Just get out.
These two guys break in, rob. One hits one with the lockbox, and the other one shoots them in the foot, and then they just stand there waiting.
Get out!
No, you shut up. We're the ones robbing you.
Well, don't tell her to shut up. She's done nothing wrong. Don't listen to you.
Marcy,
Sorry, I just got shot with an arrow. I shouldn't be yelling at you.
Marcy opens the door to the tavern, and she's like,
Hello, Marcy. We'll see you soon.
Hey, Marcy.
and she takes off running.
All right. Well, should be resetting any time now.
Nothing happens. Claudia is like,
All right.
you should leave.
I'm bleeding out. I'm gonna bleed out.
I think
I'm gonna die here.
What was going
Oh,
on?
man.
Just. And I like walk towards the door and I like lean out. Is Marcy like running away?
She's like hiding behind like a shrub, and you see her little head like back in underneath the underbrush.
And I like lean back in, like sort of twirling on my heels. Yeah. So, does this feel longer than the previous time, Derek?
I would say definitely 100%. Oh,
Okay,
God.
Well, oh, I know. Just sit tight, Derek. Everyone calm down. And I keep running over it, and I go take a big bite of chicken.
And you're standing back in front of the tavern door.
Ah. It seems like any time we take a drink or have food, it resets.
Oh.
Let's test one more time.
No, hold on. I'm looking at my foot.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a memory of pain now.
Oh, well, a memory I can deal with. It's not as bad as an arrow in the actual foot.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can always try it again. Let me know. I scoop down to a puddle of water and I take a sip.
Nothing happens.
That
It's
was
like, yeah, it's
terrible
gross.
tasting.
Gross
I think
water.
there might have been poop in there.
Yeah, I would say so. All right. Well, all right. So what do you think? Should we just not drink anything? Should we just go in there, destroy the food, destroy the water and
Previous
wine?
time view was eating food. If we haven't eaten or drinking anything, maybe we'll be okay. Let's go in and try. Now, Derek, don't eat anything. Please.
Nothing.
No, nothing. Not even the tiny little delicious maraschino cherries they put on the ham in the back room. It's absolutely delicious. Oh, and the delicious glistening brown sugar roasted rub on top of the crispy crackling that beautiful
Like-
pork belly.
Like one of these ones?
Oh, one of those ones. Yeah.
I found it on the bar. It
Don't
was in a
eat it.
jar.
No. No, we must not eat anything. Let us go and mingle and see what we can do.
I'll save it for later.
Ah, wait. Maybe it's not just us. I walk into the bar. Is anyone eating? Or about
Not
to?
current. Well, there's 2 people sitting with a chicken in front of them.
I walk over to
We're
him
playing
and
cards.
I put my hands like right in front of him and I sit down like, hi.
And they're playing cards, and the one guy's like, yeah,
Would
what?
you do me a favor real quick? Could you just take a bite of that chicken?
Well, I'm in the middle of winning a card game here.
Please.
Just wait a second. I don't want
What's
to
your
get
name,
chicken.
friend?
My name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Klaus von Stimpel, and I have been on a no-food diet for 2 days. I'm so hungry, but I cannot eat, and I want to watch you.
How can you be here in this room with all this delicious smell?
I know, please.
Just
can you
one
take a
second,
leap?
just I'm playing a card.
Hey, brother. How you
Oh,
doing?
that feels so good.
No, not you. I'm massaging the other guy.
Oh,
The guy who's losing?
Yeah, just the guy you're talking to. Just hey, why don't you just eat some chicken? Don't worry about your hand right now.
please.
Just
take
eat
a
some
bite.
chicken, brother.
Just-
Can I
Come
roll
on.
charisma? I want to
Give me a minute.
Can I roll charisma
Alright.
or persuasion? or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Just to make this really weird scene continue.
I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't had an orc massage you, hey? We got
he's
big,
like,
strong hands.
Alright, okay.
Eat that chicken.
Puts down
Put
his
that-
cards, and he's
put that
like, to your
drumstick
mind?
in
To his friend, and his friend's like, be my guest. And he like pushes his chair away and stands up and walks over to Claudia. And the guy's like, kind of like feels awkward about it now. He's like takes the leg of the chicken, like holds it up to his mouth, and he's like, did you want me to describe it or
just a little, just take a little, just a little, just a nibble.
And you're standing in front of the door of the tap room again.
All right, follow my lead, and I kick open the door. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the house inspectors from the nearby town. All of the chicken and all of the beer and all of the liquid and all of the food in this entire establishment is unfortunately tainted. Anyone who eats the tiniest bit or drinks the tiniest bit of liquid or liquor will... for fuck's sake.
You're in front of the door of the tap room again.
Derek, don't eat anything, please.
I got a few bites that time.
Yes, and I open the door again and I do the same
That was a great speech, by the way.
But let me do it again. And I do the same speech up until the point where
Claudia's like, how dare you?
And I say, Claudia, I understand your concern, but believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very true.
Absolutely not.
Can I do persuasion?
You can try.
Whatever we want. Deception?
Get out of here right now.
Deception, probably?
You are, yeah, absolutely deception. You are besmirching the name of my good establishment. This chicken is the best in the land.
13.
Yeah. Ha!
Okay. Then I run over
Right.
You run over and what?
take a bite.
You're just going to try to do that over and over again?
No, I'm going to try a different tactic.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're back up front?
You are. So you've discovered the mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You take a break. Sit back, brother. This is how you deal with this. She's not gonna listen to reason. I kick the door open, and I just walk straight to the chicken on the spit, and I pick up the spit, and it's like burning in my hands. I go, ow, 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 as I walk it outside.
Okay. And Claudia follows you. She's like, what are you doing?
And I'm going to go...
This is my property.
I'm going to go in and I'm going to check, is there a kitchen in this area or is it just the spit?
It's just a spit.
I'm going to investigate the spit while he's doing that.
He's holding it.
No, like the fire, I should say.
Okay. It's a fireplace.
Is there anything she's like basting it with?
No.
Weird.
There we go. All right.
And she's like, how dare you? Put that back right now.
It's too hot right now. Look at my hands. See all the...
Why did you do that?
Well, because I wanted to get the chicken out of there. Oh, and I'm going to do this too. And I stomp on the chicken. I smother it into the shit water. There you go. You like chicken? You gonna serve this to your customers? Huh? Sorry, I got a little carried away.
I demand you leave right now.
I'm already outside.
And while they're outside, I lock the door to the bar. I'm like,
and Claudia's like, turns around, and like at this point, Marcy is like trotting up the lane. She's like, oh, Claudia. And Claudia's like,
hey, Marcy.
This is an outrage. And she goes to try the door. She's like, get out right now.
And I'm going to turn around to the patrons of the bar and say, dear patrons of the bar, do any of you commonly eat here?
And the guy's like, us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose a couple of nights a week. What? What is why are you...
I'm trying to open a...
What did he just
tavern.
do?
Nothing. He's trying to...
This is uncalled for.
Do you know if she bastes them with anything?
What are you talking about?
The very delicious chicken. We're trying to steal the recipe.
Oh, even if I knew, I would never tell you, evil man. You let that woman back in right now. And the guy marches over to the door and he unbars it, and Claudia, boom, like falls in. She's like, oh, you, sir, are banned from this establishment.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. And I walk over to the bar. She's talking like,
So leave.
Nothing happens?
No, what?
Well, I took a drink.
Nothing happens.
Oh. Oh, wait. Is it drink and food or food and... Well, I go take a bite.
Of a chicken?
Yeah.
You
it's
are
covered
back
in
at the
shit
door.
water.
Oh, it's just the shit water chicken. Right.
Yeah, that's all that's
So there's
left right
only
now.
2
Oh,
chickens.
you took the food off of the person's plate too?
Yeah.
So you took the spit from the
No,
fire.
I walked
Oh,
over to
I just
someone. He
Yeah.
just took the spit.
There's 2 dudes playing cards that are also, they have a chicken in front of them on the table.
Yeah, so I walk over as she's talking. I take a bite of that.
Yeah. So
And
now you're
it's,
standing back in front of the doors again.
Okay, I turn to Derek and I'm like,
Yeah.
perhaps we should try to investigate this as people interested in the quality of her chicken and food. Maybe understand how she makes it.
That seemed to work for a bit, just getting it out the way and making sure nobody eats it.
Well,
But
it
I
will give
mean-
us a bit of time. I know we can't stop people from eating entirely. That would never be my intention. But to stop people from eating for a few moments so that we could poke around without constantly being reset.
Now, hold on a second. You were talking about those maraschino cherries that they put on the hams. Do you think
Well,
they serve anything
That
other
might have
than
been made it up
chicken
in
here?
my head.
Oh, you think they serve anything other than chicken here? That's what I'm wondering. I think that maybe if we try some other food they got here, maybe we're not gonna have the same.
Well,
Ish.
it's easy, but I'm going to do my alternate character. You know, the one I pull out for the really special times. I guess
Oh
I didn't need to.
God! Do I have to? Can I wait outside for this one?
Yes, you have.
I like to
Alright.
think that, like, throughout these
Okay.
longer pauses, you guys are just sort of standing outside, and like Marcy runs up, and you open the door for her, and then you're
Yeah.
standing outside again, and you're just kind of like letting time run on a little bit.
Oh, totally. And we open the door and say, "Hello, we are 2 traveling food critics for the Paladin Times, and we have heard far and wide about your most magnificent chicken, and we would like to offer you 2 gold pieces," and slide it over to her, to interview you for our paper. Please,
Of course, that sounds wonderful.
of course.
Please, right this way.
So, oh, perfect. And then we follow.
She just leads you to one of the chairs beside the table of people that are playing cards.
Derek, you should go to keep an eye on the card game to make sure they don't eat anything.
I hear ya.
Don't pick your nose. It's gross. I just wanted to know, are these chickens specific to where do you buy them specific? Do you grow them yourself? How do chickens?
There's a traveling merchant who comes through here. I've trusted them for many decades. I mean, my father purchased from the same farmstead, so they have wonderful stock. I've always get compliments, and this is my my mother's recipe, actually.
And what was the traveling merchant's name? What farm did they buy from?
Gregory Farm.
Yeah. And are they free-range, antibiotic-free, hormone-fed, grass-fed, vegetarian diet?
And all free of all arcane effects as well.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
good. Now, your
No,
mother's
no
recipe-
growth. No enlarged person. No enlarged
Does they
monster.
get 24 hours at least of sunlight, access to clean drinking water outside 7 days a
Of
week?
course, yes. I mean, as far as I know, I've never actually been to
Well,
the
you
farm.
have to go to these places. These people will tell you anything. I mean, technically, outside light could be nothing but a small window. It's important that chickens get to walk around and have a good
You're
life.
such a shit.
Most importantly, I would like to ask you, what's your mother's recipe, though? You mentioned it's the same recipe for years.
And at the other table, the card game, like the guy wins, and the winner's like, yeah, and the
Whoa,
loser's like,
whoa!
and he puts his cards down and he reaches for the chicken just as the door opens and Marcy trots in.
And I grab the chicken before he can. I say,
So Marcy
"Hold
falls on her
hold
face. She breaks
yeah.
the potion, and she's like, "Oh, my potion!" And you hold the guy's hand as he's trying to grab the chicken leg.
Yeah, I hold his hand and I say, "Hey, sorry, but I can't let you eat the chicken."
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, and I grab the chicken, I stick it in my pants. like
Wah!
in my crotch.
That's not fair.
And as that's
This-
happening, I'm like, Mother's recipe you mentioned was...
Of course. I'm sorry. Just is that your friend? I think he just. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Well, see, the thing with the chicken is that I rub it with salt and herbs once I murder it.
What
and
type of
pluck
herbs?
all of its. Oh, it's just rosemary and things. Don't ask me how to cook a chicken, please.
I'm just you know what I'm trying to suss out. Is there anything different in her mother's recipe?
Nah, she tells you a totally reasonable way to cook a chicken, which
Okay.
includes, I guess, putting it on a fire.
This is an entire 3-hour episode of the Invictus stream
Of how to
solely
cook a chicken.
dedicated
About how I totally
how to
don't eat
cook a
chicken.
Yeah. Okay, so this recipe. Is there anything special about these ones? They smell extra smoky. They seem so delicious.
Oh yeah, we put the hot ones spice on this one.
Very
Just
funny.
kidding.
Is there anything? Nothing at all. I'll roll insight just to make sure, because I mean this is our only lead, really. And it will be a 15.
No, I mean, she seems to be very proud of the recipe, but she's telling you the truth, and from your limited culinary knowledge, you don't really detect anything strange. Meanwhile, at the other table, the guy's starting to kick up a fuss. He's like, listen, we come here every Saturday night, and we play cards, and the wager is that chicken. But it's reverse cards, because the loser gets to eat the chicken because they lost the game of cards, and that was my chicken, man. That was my chicken.
Well,
Why'd you do that? Now it's all in your orc bits.
well,
Man.
half orc bits to be
Whatever.
fair.
Whatever.
And I mean,
Hey, you owe me a chicken.
I owe you a chicken. You're right. Well, and I look behind the bar to see how Klaus is doing.
He's actually like directly beside you at the next table.
We're like in another booth, and I'm like, yeah, they can have the
Yeah.
chicken. Oh, you can eat the chicken. We need to start again. This
Oh,
bitch isn't
all
telling me
right.
anything.
So he,
I
like,
pull it out
goes
of my
over-
crotch.
Oh, no, I don't want that one.
There's like
Ugh.
bits of hair on it. What?
No,
What's wrong
no.
with it?
And he goes and walks over to the spit, and he's like, I'll wait until one of these are done.
I just ate part of the crotch chicken.
And then you guys are standing in front of the doorway again.
She mentions that a traveling merchant sells the chickens, and that her mother's recipe is the one that they use on the chickens. But it didn't sound out of the ordinary. Although, for such a simple recipe, it seemed odd that she would honor her mother's recipe.
Are we sure it's the chicken and not, Hey! She said there's a lot of people staying here. Maybe if we investigate those people, we might find someone who might be influencing it. You know, tainted things, so to speak.
Yeah. Tainted chicken, oh, tainted chicken. Very good.
I don't know that one. How does that one go?
Sometimes I feel I've got to pluck away.
And I pull out my flute and I start playing there.
We just
I
jam
think-
on the counter for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think with a musical interlude, we're going to stop for the mid-game post.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we stop the action and we jump over to you on the... What's it called? Discord?
Discord.
This
That's the thing?
what chord?
What? The Discord.
Discord! Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's time for the time we jump over to you and ask the mid-game post. Let me do this thing. Let me do another round of applause.
Do the thing. Do the thing. Yo, you gonna do
I
the
hope
thing.
everybody is having some fun tonight.
I am
Yeah,
having the
I'm
best
having a
time.
blast.
I'm
this
having
is so much
such a
fun.
good time. Such a great game. Such a great concept.
So your question
Yeah.
for mid-game post is, what the hell is going on?
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
How about
Just what
name
the hell
all
is
the
going on?
time loop movies you can, and whoever gets the most wins.
Yeah, totally. How did each loop reset from the very beginning? I'm going to write the question into our group chat, but the question is, what is the name of the Arcana Free Farm that Claudia purchases her chickens from?
Cute.
And so what is the name of the Arcana Free Farm that Claudia purchases her chickens from?
I remember.
Indirectly, I suppose. Do you remember? It was
wrote it down.
it was a name I came up with since I had the concept of this game. Just kidding.
Don't believe that at all. It was very much on the fly.
Names are for sure my weak spot.
Mine too.
Oh, am I posting this? I thought you were gonna post.
Yeah. No.
What the fuck?
I mean, I could do that. I could do it.
Done.
I couldn't
Thank
do it.
you.
I don't have
Yeah.
any arms.
Thank you.
I was sort of flipping through the one-page dungeons, and I found this one, which is really not a like dungeon, quote unquote, which I loved the concept
I
of.
like it so far a lot.
Yeah. It's gonna get a lot bigger, so this is exciting.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Wow. I was kind of stretching it out because I figured we have to fill the whole time, but I didn't realize it was that much bigger.
Oh yeah, I think we're doing good time-wise. But we're gonna get into some cool other puzzles, so everyone put your thinking caps on.
Oh, that's my strong suit.
Yeah. And
I'm not bad
I
at
will
puzzles.
say,
I'm pretty good at riddles.
good riddies and puzzies. I will say there is a riddle coming up, and if you know the answer, please don't spoil it in the chat.
Don't be that guy or girl.
Don't be that person.
Nobody wants to be that person. You know what?
I mean,
no one's
everyone
gotten the
wants
right answer yet.
Really?
They all think they do, but they're not.
I think I know what the right answer is.
I know what the right answer is. They're close, but they're wrong.
Yeah.
Close, but no, go fuck
I
yourself.
wish I had fucking thought of George Orwell's Farm Marbles.
That's
I'm
too
not
clever. We're not that clever.
Funny.
I'm not that funny. That was like a minor version of it.
Babin.
It is babin. That's the thing.
It is now.
I'm babin. How was I supposed to know?
All right. Guilty pleasure Britney Spears songs. Go.
Toxic.
Toxic.
Toxic. I was thinking the same one. So good. So good.
Sorry.
And that was like, that was it. That was it.
We all
Toxic.
picked Toxic.
Did you pick Toxic
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
No irony, because I'm being for real. It's a great song.
I am
Yeah,
too.
me
I
too.
love the Mark Ronson.
Baby, can't you see I'm drowning?
You're falling.
Falling. I don't know the
falling.
lyrics.
A guy like you should wear a warning, right?
And then there's the.
In the hand and the round and round.
Got a taste on your lips, I'm toxic, you're flipping.
Na paradise.
That is
I'm
actually a fucking
addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic?
We have
All
to
right.
go to fucking karaoke and sing that one.
I think we also need to cover it, and you need to learn that little riff on your accordion, Justin. How perfect would that be?
Weird Al style.
Done.
Toxic would be great. Has he done that one yet?
Probably.
Toxic.
'Cause it's a good song. I actually heard a really slow cover of it. It's really fucking nice.
I'm saying the Mark Ronson one's my favorite.
I didn't even
Very
know he
good.
did a cover of it.
I'm saying I haven't heard enough covers of that song, but I would like to. I would like to, because that is just a damn good song.
Yeah.
It's
The
a
one
good-
I
it's a-
think of is slow.
Good one. Oh, Zia says "Womanizer." Is that a fucking Britney Spears song, Zia?
I don't know that.
Because I remember hearing "Womanizer" and being like, "This is a jam."
I remember Hit Me Baby one more time.
You know what
Baby.
song
Baby.
I think like has so much potential, but it hasn't been like redone well?
Hey Bulldog.
Hey Bulldog is one.
I've always
But-
Bulldog. Oh my god, that's a good dog name.
I thought that would.
Bulldog.
This
I
is
thought that
the
would
dog
just
Doug.
smooth over. Nobody would comment on that, but no. Do you know the clapping song by Shirley
No.
Ellis?
No.
The B69, da 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 da. The line broke, the monkey got broke. No, okay.
Harlan and I are both just shaking our
You're
heads.
just shaking your heads. Nobody likes this clapping song. I fucking
on.
love it.
I never said I don't like it. I just don't know it. It sounds
Okay.
great.
It
I'm
is
sure I love it.
good song, but like it's dated. Like it's like was done in like the 50s, and it's kind of one of those like, you know, slide once this time, clap once. You know, it's kind of like that. But I was looking up covers of it, and there aren't any good ones from what I saw.
You know what that means? We need to do a fucking cover of it.
There's one. It's like, do you know those like ladybug ladies that wear like the red hats, and they get together and they're all like white collar, you know?
Huh?
There's like 20 of them who get together and sing this. Are you listening to it, Joe?
What?
Are you listening to the clapping song?
Listening
right
to
now?
Womanizer.
Oh, she's not even paying attention. What ladybugs?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna look up the clapping song. I'm gonna send it to you guys.
Well, I also think, you know what needs a cover? Like I said, Hey Bulldog. And Land of a Thousand Dances. Hello?
Whoa.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. Na 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 na. Na na
Good
na
song.
na 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 na.
I shouldn't be surprised that Britney Spears' music video is a little risque.
No.
She's wearing like a glittery nude.
No,
one.
she's wearing literally nothing at one point, but you don't see it because she's like in the side area. But it turns out in that music video, she does like a little thing with a brunette wig, and she looks kind of like me a little bit, just in the brunette wig with like the what?
I don't know the song that Justin's linked us. And the community's heard a little bit of it because I just played it and I forgot that I'm streaming through.
So, as far as the mid-game post goes, the only person who got the correct name of the farm is Megan. Congratulations.
Hey!
Gregory Farm.
It's not Greg Farms. It's not George Farms. It's not Gunter
Pepperidge
Farms.
Farms remembers.
All right. You guys listen to that song, and I'm gonna give Megan Dawn her XP, and you guys tell me if I'm crazy for thinking this is a good song.
I mean, it probably is a good song, right? I'm listening right now.
I think it's got potential.
I don't know. I can't listen to it loud enough right now and also do or streaming.
It's like, all right. We'll plant the seed now and then just leave it. But I'm really looking for validation on this clapping song.
Buddy, you're so right. I don't have to listen to it to validate you.
Thank you.
You're my brother.
The B69. I really should learn the words too, so that when I tell
Justin.
people about this song, I can sing it.
I love you so much, Justin.
Hey, I love you too, man. How you been?
I've been great. How are you?
Yeah. Oh man, I've been fantastic.
I saw you made that spinach salad. That looked good.
That looked good as fuck.
It was good as fuck. It was,
Yeah.
but I learned some lessons.
I liked that afterwards you were like, takeaways. Here's what I'm gonna do different next time. That was good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So what did you learn? What were the lessons?
I learned, well, Harlan had told me this before, but I'd never really, I didn't extend it all the way that it could have been. Spinach, I should have chopped it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just so that it fit, because it was a little bit like...
You don't want a leaf that's too big to go in your mouth, because then you're just going to act like a land before time brontosaurus situation, and no one wants that.
I
That
felt
was fucking descriptive. I could hear Carly squeal a little bit at that.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Plus, then you're going to get like salad dressing and shit all around. No.
Remember the leaf in Land Before Time?
Tree star.
The tree
green-
star.
Green food.
It was so satisfying at the end. Oh,
Carly
spoiler.
is so happy right now. You guys have no idea.
I love when you see the tree star and like the little bits of dew like form and coalesce into the bottom, and it just looks so refreshing and yummy.
It does.
That's so great.
Mother present, very important. That's
Problem
peach.
is in that old cartoon style when they do make things look so delicious and they're not. I think there's an old cartoon where they like chew on a bar of soap and then blow bubbles. And I remember being a kid and being like, "Oh my god, that looks so good."
Did you eat soap for real?
You know.
Oh boy.
I probably had that.
What? You know what? I'll do it again. Give me 1 second.
BRB.
I ate worms as a kid.
You did?
I did. I ate one. And then my brother spreads the story that I ate, or that I stuck a worm up my nose.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember it differently because I remember like kneeling in the mud and being like, I'm going to stick it up my nose. And then I like turned away from my brother and pretended to.
Nice.
So now he's got one memory and I've got
the legend.
But you know what? We know the truth because your brother's a good freaking liar.
I remember I was like rooting through my mom's jewelry box when I was little, like 5 or something, and there was a string of beads that had broken, and so there's just loose beads in the bottom of the jewelry box, and I was like, these look delicious, and I was like, gulp, just swallowed it. I was like, I'm gonna have a few of them.
Oh my god!
Ate a bunch of beads.
And your dad was like,
"Kids are
"When you're
fucking
done
weird."
on
I was
that
never
toilet."
found out.
Oh, okay.
Did I ever found out you didn't just like poop a
You were
pearl
little.
one day
You were, like,
and
little.
like your parents think they got the jackpot?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Baby
Oh my
poops
God.
pearls.
Oh my God. She
Daddy.
makes diamonds. No.
Diamonds,
Funny.
pearls.
Kids are weird.
Yeah,
I think
kids
I
are
need to
weird.
love them once.
You
I mean,
too.
they are fucking weird.
I only ate
Mud
soap.
pie.
Did you eat mud pie?
I think so. I've got a
I
recollection.
made mud pie, but I've never eaten it.
I remember making potions, the early years of potions, where you would have like a Tupperware or something and you put like mud and like find special leaves from around the yard and like mix it in, put some sticks and then water.
That sounds amazing. I want to make potions with my kids.
Yeah.
But I'll like get dressed up in like a Gandalf outfit
Oh my god.
and then like stir it with a staff and a cauldron and stuff.
Henry and
We're
I-
making
I just got-
potions.
I just got my old home videos digitized and there's like video evidence of my brother and I playing like we're LARPing basically
pretty
with
good.
all it's really
Amazing.
good in my backyard. There's just like a crew of neighborhood kids and we've all got like fucking Nerf
Swords.
like swords and shit. It's amazing. People
And all
just
the
beating
older
the
kids are
shit out
playing
of
with each other, and you're like running around and hugging.
I'm
the
like
dog.
6 years old. Like I've got a dog. I'm like, that's me being a druid right there.
Henry and
Yeah,
I
my animal
got to
companion.
go on an adventure. We like tied what the fuck's it called? Capes.
Askets.
No, capes.
Oh,
And we were like marching around the living room. I was like, because he's like getting to this really cool age where he's like starting to pretend. Like we were doing something a few weeks ago. He started going like this. Right? And I didn't get what he was doing at first. I thought he was like saying he was hungry. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, and then he'd be like offered at me. I'd be like, oh, are we like eating? He's like, yeah. And I'd be like, okay, are we going to cook? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and I'm like, okay, we got to cut it up. And he's like, pretends to cut it up. And I'm like, is it good? And he's like, and he like feeds you. And I'd be like, you got to blow on it. He's like, so we're like getting this like pretending age. And I'm kind of like, oh man,
That's
Henry,
exciting.
we need to go on an adventure. So I like we tied this around and we started like crawling around. And he's like following me like so wide-eyed and like confused but like excited. He's like not really doing anything. He's just like walking around and I'm like, we need to crawl. And then we like go into the fireplace. I'm like, we need to crawl on our hands and knees to get by the fire. I'm like crawling and he's just like walking next to me like kind of concerned but also excited. It was so cute.
So sweet.
Oh my
In his mind, I'm sure he was just
God.
hungry, but to me,
Best
it was
dad, best dad.
It's stories like that that makes being a parent sound so fulfilling.
It is not.
Honestly,
No, it is.
It's not.
No, it's good. It's got like a. It's like a. No,
The
it's
best
good.
part is getting woken up at 5:30, right?
Honestly, I know you don't like that.
I was kidding. It's fine. I have a fucking dog. He gets me up at 5:30 every day. I
That's
get up
true.
at 5:30 for work every day.
I
Not a
only
big
get up for 5:30 for dog babies.
I don't do none of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, fulfilling, not sleeping. Eh.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
tough balancing act. Anyway, who won?
Megan.
What's my
Megan
accent for this game?
Dawn! I've already added her XP. but-
Megan won!
Justin's gone.
What?
He's turning off his camera because he also has PJ bottoms, but he doesn't want us to see.
Cute. Why am I in jeans like a sucker?
Because you're a sucker.
God damn it.
I'm wearing the most comfortable pants I own. The ones where the crotch is just completely ripped out of them.
Ew. Ooh.
What was that?
Got alarmed.
Ugh.
You
What?
shouldn't
It's
have pants
breezy.
like that.
Why not? It's breezy. Easy, breezy, beautiful, crotch ripped.
Crotchless pants.
Crotchless pants.
Easy, breezy, beautiful, crotchless.
These don't actually have a rip in the crotch.
Good.
I can stand up and show the stream. I think it's
Do
the
it.
world. I think it's
Coward.
too egotistical to say. It's too egotistical to say the world. It's not the world. It's just it's the 20 people that watch us. See, guys, full crotch, all there.
Now everyone knows.
Now you all know, and I feel better too, because I would hate for people to think that I was lying, because I don't want to be caught in my lies. I don't want my lies to be questioned. I want my lies to be taken with full.
Lies to be questioned.
Yeah, totally. I'm excited for the remainder of this game, and also sort of super spooked. I feel like there could be a spooky angle on this.
Never know.
Don't. Is this a Secret Frightmares episode?
Yeah, imagine. Like
Hi,
Mal.
My name's Mal. He's
Mal
the guy that I
Crawford.
gotta bring back. Mal Crawford, that's right.
He's good.
I don't remember how he talked.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Mal Crawford. Tonight on Frightmares. He was like really sort of like intense and fake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone like that. Check this out.
Gotta love me.
Oh.
Did you just do magic before my eyes?
Yeah, I did.
What did I even just witness?
That's one that Henry likes, you know? It's like, look everyone, my thumbs are right now. What? It doesn't work from that angle.
No, it didn't work at all.
Justin, are you back? People are tired of my magic.
I also want to. I'm just gonna go put on some comfy pants. I'll be right back.
OMFG. Oh for good. Hey, Justin. She's gone now.
What?
What's our game plan?
I think we should
Go
discover
room by
what's
room?
causing this time loop here.
That's like the
And
game. How do you rate my
we should-
German accent on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's pretty good. It's
pretty good, right?
consistent.
Thanks.
It is accurate. I think a little stereotyped, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Tough not to do a stereotypical accent, you know?
Oh, it's definitely tough. That's how you learn a good accent.
Yeah.
Stereotype.
I'm happy that it's not like too over the top. It's like, the Germans are coming.
The Germans.
Well, I don't know why a German would say the Germans are coming unless he was
The other Germans are coming.
the other Germans are coming. Oh.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we step back into Claudia's tap house.
So, Klaus and Derek stand outside of Claudia's tap house. What happens next?
All right. So as I was saying before before we took a break, we should go upstairs, check out what guests we got here. Maybe there's some evildoer up there that needs to be smited by the war god, Warface.
Why are you always trying to bring your war god into it? It's so much easier just to enjoy life. Why do we have to make everything a battle?
I used to think that way too, Klaus, until I realized that you need a purpose in life to make it interesting. I mean, I floated around, prancing around, playing the flute like a flute player. But I didn't really enjoy it because I had no purpose, no aim. And then I saw old Warface up there telling me to beat things to death, and I realized that there's a lot more to life than just making music and enjoying yourself. You can be putting evildoers to justice. Don't you want that?
Well, not really, but if you think it's the best thing for you and the war god, I will follow happily. Let's go check out the rooms.
Right. Let's find some evildoers. Ha ha!
Huzzah! And I'll play the lute behind you. Brrrang. I should have gotten my ukulele.
And Claudia is standing behind the bar. Good evening, folks, she says.
Hey there, just need to use your facilities. You got some upstairs I can use, or you gotta be down here?
Go right ahead.
All right, up the stairs we go. Come on, loot brother.
You can just call me Regular Plaza, or Klaus is even better since it is my name.
You say Oregano Plaza?
But no, a regular brother.
Oh, right, yeah. Sometimes your accent really kind of confuses me, you know that?
Well, it's not my fault, but let's check these rooms. I go to the first room on the left and kick open the door.
So you're going upstairs?
Yeah.
And you're checking out the rooms?
Yeah.
So there are 3 rooms that are, or I guess 3 doorways along the length of this upper hallway. So there's just the first, second, and third room.
I kick open the first room.
Behind the door of the first room, well, we see disarray first.
Hello, Desiree.
The next
How are
thing...
you doing?
To see you, long time.
What?
Desiree.
There's a piano, also. Don't know how to deal with that. There's an ogre playing a piano, and he turns as you enter the room, and he's like, "What is this?"
Hey, we heard your music. We thought it was nice. We wanted to check it out.
We're opening my door without my permission.
Yeah, well, I figured it was kind of like a public sort of thing. I mean, it's music and all. Music's supposed to be a social affair. Am I wrong in this?
Not for me. And he picks up a big club that you hadn't seen before, and that was leaning against the side of the piano, and he starts taking steps toward you. And the steps are, I think he's a big, heavy dude, just kind of like shaking the establishment.
Oh, whoa, brother, what are you gonna do with that club? You thinking about making some bumps with that, or you just got something to hammer in?
Get out! Get out!
Hey,
Wait,
why don't you go back to
I think
playing the piano?
you and I could play a little music together. I'm also bard.
The 2 of you are standing
Oh yeah.
in front of the doors of the tap room.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah. Well, we gotta stop those people from eating their chicken.
Yeah. I think maybe being a fellow bard, me and the piano man could play a tune together, or at least I could get information from him about what's going on in his tavern.
Oh, you always get to talk to the cute ones.
Well, hey, well now, is this finally someone to bump out the great and mighty Sam from top level of your heart wish list?
Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
I'm over Sam the ogre.
Yes. Yeah, you're over Sam, just like...
He was too needy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, here's the
All
problem,
right.
Derek. I've heard you in your sleep. I've heard you sing the song of Sam in your
All
sleep.
right, well, okay, so maybe my subconscious isn't over Sam, but my conscious mind is.
I think your conscience is missing Sam more than you're willing to admit, and that's okay. It's not like he sent you a letter.
How did you know about that letter? I
Because
kept
you
it in the
talk in
very
your sleep.
bottom of my pack.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you talk when you sleep, I have to go through your things and make sure that you're not getting in trouble with that man anymore. He's no good for you.
I was wondering what happened to it. What did you do with it? You still got it, right?
Yes, and if you read it anymore, it's going to burn holes in it. You know, when you read things too many times, you burn holes Guggenstein.
You had no right! And I pick him up by the scruff of his neck and I
You
slam
can
him
pick me
against
by the
door.
scruff of your neck, but I love you, brother, and I'm worried about you. If you don't get over Sam, it's going to be bad news all again.
You take something from me that I love, I'm gonna take something from you! Thus spake the war god Warface. And I grab your lute and I smash it on the ground.
Petunia!
Yeah, Petunia's not gonna be singing no more, brother. Pfft, stealing my letter from Sam. It was handwritten, as all letters are these days.
Yes, I was gonna say. What option is there? By this time, the entire thing is reset.
Yeah, so, I mean, just as you begin to cry about the lute and the letter, respectively, the little girl, Marcy, trots up the steps, opens the door to the tavern. Excuse me! And she runs inside, and then automatically the door is closed again, and the lute is whole in your hands.
Oh, yeah. Don't hurt Petunia again. She's done nothing to you. And if you want to let it back from Sam, it's in my pack now. I care about you. And I want you to be strong this time. 4 times he's dropped your heart, and I worry I won't be able to put it back together this time. And I walk inside. And upstairs towards the piano man's room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move towards the guys at the table eating chicken.
Okay. Let's deal with the chicken interaction first.
All right. So I'm going to go up to them and I say, mind if I take a minute with your friend here? And I say that to the guy who always loses. The guy who always loses.
Mm-hmm. You say that to him?
Oh, no. So I want to speak with the guy who always loses.
Okay. The guy's like, what? I'm sorry. What do you... I'm in the middle of something here.
Yeah. Well, this will only take a second.
All right.
You mind?
No.
All right. I lean down and I whisper in his ear and I say, hey, so I think he's got a better hand than you. Now, I don't know what you feel about cheating, and I'm not suggesting that you cheat, but all I'm saying is that I've got 2 gold pieces that could make your hand last a little bit longer, or your betting power at least, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, maybe. What's in it for you?
Oh, that man across the table is a good friend of yours, eh?
Yeah, so what?
Well, not so much of mine, but I'd like to see him lose today, so if you can make that happen slowly, really destroy his ego, you know, I think that would be good.
Oh, all right. Thanks, friend. He takes the gold from you and...
Hey, just try to delay it as long as possible. Just really twist the knife.
I'll say at this point, you hear a scream coming from upstairs, probably. Harlan, what do you think that sounds like?
Is it my scream?
Mm-hmm.
Mein Leben!
And you, I assume, would run up to help your friend, potentially.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right back. You know what you just shouted there, Harlan?
Yeah, my life.
Oh, okay, good. That's funny. My life.
That's funny.
Now I want to go back to your timid knock on the door and play it up to your scream. So you can be saying that for whatever reason, but we'll have to work the scream in there in about a minute.
Sure. So I knock on the door.
So you knock timidly on the door and you hear piano coming from behind it, beautifully played, and it sort of falters for a minute and then just continues.
And then I'm gonna softly play along with him as I enter the room, just sort of use my performance to try to bridge out his chords a little bit.
And the ogre turns.
I'm so sorry, your music, it was just the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I respect your craft so much.
Close the door.
And I shut it with me inside.
Yeah. And he hunches back to the piano and starts playing again. Why don't you roll performance for me?
Happily. Despite the fact that my ukulele is out of tune. Yeah. 19.
Not bad. Okay, so you and the ogre managed to to play off of each other a little bit. And you can tell he's like improvising a little bit, even though he's got some. It looks like sheet music on the piano in front of him, and he turns and he's like, "Where'd you learn to play like that?"
I spent many of my years traveling the countryside and playing in bars just like this one. I am bard by trade, and I heard your music when I entered the bar downstairs. I had to come meet you. What's your name, friend?
Well, my name is Geronimo.
Oh, isn't he beautiful, darling? What should we name him? Geronimo.
He's an ogre, so who's going to call him?
Geronimo! All right.
But you can call me Mo.
Oh, dope. It is wonderful to meet you, Mo. My name is Klaus von Stiempel, and I was wondering if you've spent much time in this here bar. And I'm going to roll insight on him as we're talking. Because it is an RPG after all. Nice. That is 20.
He seems kind of like, I mean, kind of incensed that he's sitting here.
What does incensed mean besides lighting?
Like unhappy.
Okay. What? I don't know.
No, I was making that joke non-verbally. I was like,
Yeah.
You guys are so funny. And he scooches his piano back, and it hits your big toe.
Mein Leben! And I put down my entire life resides in my toe. But
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Mo. I'm sure my brother would come up and help me. He's very used to my screams of pain.
Whoa! What happened? What happened in here?
It's all right. You know my big toe. It got hurt again.
Close the door!
Oh, I think I might I try to close it. I think I might have busted the hinge here. So I'll just leave. You're okay, right, brother? I don't know.
Maybe just hold the door closed anyway.
Okay, I'll just lean against it like this.
Why are you so nervous about the door being shut tight?
Do I look nervous?
Very, yes.
Angry.
Why are you so angry about the door being shut?
Because...
You can't keep that accent out, can you?
Because I hate chicken so much.
Hmm.
And it smells like so bad. Ugh, I'm allergic.
You're allergic to chicken?
Yeah, what's it to you?
I'm also allergic to chicken.
Well, why do you come to a chicken tavern?
Probably the same reason you do.
To get paid?
Yeah, I'm a bard.
Well, push off. This is my spot.
Well, I was actually more looking to maybe listen to the piano player at this barn and see if there were any other taverns in the area.
Not that I know of, or else I'd go there. Because we don't have chicken.
You know, maybe we can help each other and get rid of this chicken once and for all.
Well, what do you suggest?
You must have thought of ideas to stop the chicken.
No, the chicken is... It's part of the place, you know? It's like the whole appeal. People come here for the chicken.
And obviously the music as well.
I guess so.
Interesting. What piece was that you were playing when I came in?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
He sits down at the piano and starts playing this beautiful music. And he, like, pokes with a big finger the sheet music that's sitting in front of him. He's like, I always play this.
And when you look back at me at the door, I'm just like wide-eyed and I mouth, "He's amazing."
And I'm like, say, Olga, are you single, perchance?
What? Who's asking?
And I kind of eye Derek and like, no, Van, not right now. Let me ask you a quick question, Ogre, since we're friends, Mo, and we're trying to be personal here. What is your greatest desire?
I guess making beautiful music and killing people too.
Derek, a soulmate. I love him. Marry him. And I turn back to Mo and I say, very, 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 very. And I want to memorize the piece a little bit. Like, take a keen eye at it.
Yeah. So I wrote out the sheet music for you, and it looks like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the Discord for everyone.
That's what it like literally looks like?
Yep.
Perfect.
Wow.
So I'm gonna put that into the Claudia's Taphouse in just a moment.
And I point on the first symbol and I ask Mo and I say, Mo, what is that? I recognize the snakes, but I don't recognize the first object.
I don't know, it's just music. What are you talking about? You said you're a bard.
Yeah, but typically my notes look more like notes.
Well,
this seems a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphics of sorts.
Wasting my time. This is music. This is music. And he starts playing this beautiful piece again.
Can I correlate the notes he's playing to what's written in front of him?
Not necessarily.
I'm so glad I picked a bard for this.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go mage. Bards are so much more useful for this.
Bards are fucking awesome.
Is he playing like 4 notes or 8 notes, or is he just playing like beautifully?
He's playing this beautiful.
Okay. Interesting. So what if we take the music away from him? I turn to Derek and I'm like, what if he takes the music away from him? Derek?
Why would we do that? It's beautiful.
What is it?
What?
Griffin and a snake?
What do you?
Griffin, snake?
What do you say?
I
Take
said
my music away?
No, I said your music's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, and you reminded me of a. Never mind. I think.
Well, thank you. What's your name?
My name's Derek.
Go out sometime.
I'm a paladin. I'm a half orc. I don't know if that.
I can see that. He's like
well,
turning
I mean,
around.
I don't know. I don't know what you're into. I mean, I think your music is fantastic, and I'd love to hear it more.
Well, I hope you like chicken. And you guys are standing back at the front of the tap house.
He said, I hope you like chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Was he playing when he said that?
No.
Why do you say
All right.
he says that?
So, I don't know, but I play a little bit of flute, all right? And look at this. Can we meta this? Are we allowed to meta this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Oh.
So, this looks like some sort of pattern, all right?
Mm-hmm.
That much is clear. And there is a particular piece that I'm thinking of that follows this pattern. And it might be the answer. I don't know. Interesting.
Expand on that. I was wondering whether you guys both being musicians would actually lend you guys a little bit of a heads up on this one.
Because
all right, so
C and A, isn't it?
That's C and A, but
yeah.
I think the patterns have to do with the notes as well.
Yeah, like
and
the actual length of the notes being held, right?
3 griffins. No, not necessarily the lengths. I think it's just notes, but I think that kind of like numbers, like sometimes you get those riddles that are like, or it's like a cipher, whereas like, you know, A means 3, or B means 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But in this case, I think that like griffin means, or like a griffin means like up a semitone, and a snake means like down a semitone or something like that. Yeah. So the pattern that I'm seeing is Griffin, 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 snake. Griffin, 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 snake. And I'm trying to think of a way that connects, like as a cipher.
That would work. Dun, 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 dun. But what's the space between those two notes typically? Is it a
It's a minor third.
Is it a C
yeah?
to an
So
A?
it would be C to an A. Yeah, but
but no, because
yeah. Bum 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 bum. But then it goes up to a B. Bum bum bum. Bum bum.
See what I'm saying? Is it like a C to a whatever and then an A to a whatever?
A flat. It's a C to an A flat, so it's a major third.
So it wouldn't be the same. I'm thinking it's more to do with the actual length of the note. You know what I mean? Like a triplet, like triplet da, rather than the actual. I mean, you might be right, but that's a pretty confusing riddle then.
It is a confusing riddle, but that's a very recognizable pattern for me. But
no, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a minor. Maybe it's that easy. Maybe the snake is the only thing that changes. Is it a C that would start it? No, because it would be less of a drop.
But it might not be in C. It might be in a different key because if it's a cipher,
but it would still be the same space between the starting notes. You know what I mean?
will say that you don't necessarily need as much music knowledge as you guys have.
I was going to say that. I think
overthinking
that's a
it
really
little.
confusing. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run inside up to the ogre.
Yeah.
I want to see if he remembers because he seems.
and I'll stall the chicken people.
Yeah,
again.
Great. Yeah. So you can just, I think now that we're sort of getting into a rhythm, Justin, if you wanted to stall the chicken people again because you've done it successfully and you figured out how to, like, you can bribe the one guy to make the game last longer, and you know that, like, Claudia is not going to give you guys shit, you can just sort of say, like, I'm going to do this, and we'll just say that it happened to prevent us from having to, like, role play it all out multiple times. The ogre does not remember you.
Okay, so that rules that out. And Mike actually posted the, what is it, Beethoven's Fifth or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a different drop because it's only a note down. This is a whole different note, different. It's G and F. It looks like. Anyway, okay. So the ogre doesn't remember. I want to look at his sheet music. Actually, what I wanted to note was if he was playing the same point in the music when we walk in the bar every time.
Yes.
Okay. So that rules that out. So it's as pertinent. But no, because he wasn't playing music when we did it. So he said, "I hope you like chicken." And the ogre. So I enter the room and I just kind of say, "You must be. Are you the Geronimo I've heard so much about?"
And he's like, what? Yes, what? Close the door!
Yes, my apologies. I can't stand the smell of chicken. I'm actually allergic to it. And I shut the door behind me.
What? You too?
Yeah.
He's playing his music. Well,
music
keep it down.
That you've been playing is absolutely beautiful. Where did you get it from?
I don't know. I'm provided with it. This establishment. Dude, can I help you? Claudia's downstairs.
And I play my bardic music and I say, yes, actually, I wanted to also play a little bit of that music. And I was wondering, did Claudia provide you with this music?
Yeah, just every day there's stuff here.
It's on the piano?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Is there any old music notes and sheets?
What? No. Leave me alone.
Okay. You're being a bit of a dick. And I leave.
And he goes for the club at the side of the piano. He stands up. He's like, what did you say?
I said nothing. And I shut the door. And I leave.
And
you come downstairs.
He's like approaching the door.
Okay.
And he tears it off its hinges and he's like got this club in his hand. He's like, what do you call me?
I run downstairs and I grab a piece of chicken off the dining table and I run back upstairs with the chicken at him.
He's like, ah! And he swipes at you. What's your AC?
I throw the chicken at 15.
Yeah, he hits you.
Oh wow.
With his great club.
Jesus.
4. You take 10 damage.
I'm dead.
Dang.
It was a short game.
The ogre is like standing in the middle of the dining hall. He's like, "He approached me with a chicken! You saw him! You saw him!"
You killed my brother! Mo! And I throw the rack of chickens at him across the hall.
And he's like, "Ah!"
Ah!
And he lumbers at you. And he
I lumber at him. I thought you were cute. I pull out my axe and I swing.
Yeah, do it.
Our motherfucker thinks he can fucking kill my brother and get away with it. Nobody does that. My brother's a good person. He doesn't deserve to die. The war god had nothing to do with him.
Harlan didn't die.
No, I was joking, but I realized I should have said something sooner. But I feel like I fall down and then I keep my eye open and I want to see what.
Oh, you're pretending to be dead.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
You killed him! And I swing. I got a 16 plus whatever my attack is.
Yeah, we'll say you hit him with the axe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he's going to take.
So you axe him in the leg.
Perfect. Go
And
down.
you guys just start hacking at each other, and it's starting to get really bloody.
I'm gonna crawl over and bite the chicken that's on the floor.
And as like, I think probably like Derek gets through like the lower part of Mo's leg, and like Mo's winding up to take like a swing that might take his head off, and you chomp on the chicken, and the two of you are back in front of the door.
Bad idea, apparently. Don't say something mean to that man. He's very angry at the world.
Oh my God, brother! Oh,
Oh,
I'm so glad you're all right.
Yes, I'm fine.
You scared
I'm
there.
very
You looked
fine.
bad for a second, but I
I
realized.
decided to play dead against the giant ogre that you have a crush on.
Listen, he did mention that the sheet music is given to him by Claudia. Perhaps we should talk to her. Maybe she knows where it is from.
Yeah, it's pretty strange sheet music. I'm fine with that, and I got no hard feelings against Mo still.
Yeah.
He's all
I do
right.
want to
I
check
doubt
out
it was
those
his
two,
fault.
actually. Let's do that first. So instead, we head upstairs to the second door beside Mo. And I knock.
Do you wait? You wait for Derek to join you while he's occupying the other people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knock probably. I mean, time is literally not our friend in this scenario, so.
Yeah, I just don't always want you to be the first one who gets to open the door and
That's
see.
totally fair. Let's, in fact, for this turn, I will switch. I'll say, Derek, I'll kill the chicken boys, and he can go up first, and I'll do the chicken.
So how do you approach the door then, Derek?
I was lost in the music. What am I doing?
Doesn't matter. So
This is why I
Klaus,
take the lead.
Klaus, you is it the very next door
Yes.
in line? Okay, so you knock.
Yep.
You hear a long rumbling purr. And then a silky woman's voice says, "Come in."
And I open the door.
Inside of this room, you barely see a room because there is a huge creature that occupies almost the entirety of the room.
Whoa.
I did not see you there. You're so giant. I mean, I obviously saw you there, but you're quite magnificent. Hello, my name is Klaus, and this is my brother
Yes,
Derek.
Derek.
Hi.
How did you know his name?
Yeah, you know my name.
I know everything.
Oh, wow. Well, then you can tell us who's smarter, me or him.
How about you find out for yourselves?
I don't think
I
he
am.
knows everything at all.
I raised my hand first.
A riddle, I think, would solve it.
Ah,
Oh.
yes. Yes.
Who is the smarter of the two of you?
Oh,
That's
hands up
perfect.
first.
Let me think. It's probably me.
Here is the riddle.
Yep. Listening. Yep.
I drive men mad for the love of me, easily beaten but never free. What am I?
It's an egg.
No spoilers.
You obviously bait an egg. It's the answer.
No. No, Klaus.
Can you?
Money. Are you money?
No.
Race.
You drive men mad.
The race. It's a race.
Beaten.
No.
But never free.
What is the riddle again? Please repeat.
I drive men mad for the love of me, easily beaten, but never free.
Easily beaten but never free.
Gambling?
Easily
No.
beaten. Derek, what's easily beaten?
Children.
Yeah.
Slave children, never free, right?
Babies.
Babies.
Easily beaten.
But
Obviously.
never free.
It's got the thing with it. It's you know, easily beaten. What's beaten? An egg?
Oh.
A rug?
Eggs
a
are
carpet?
beaten.
A race. Oh, I already guessed that.
Easily beaten. Beaten. A
The
game.
Sphinx just kind of starts like occupying herself by like extending her claws and then retracting her claws and then
What's the
extending her
Sphinx?
claws and then
That's
retracting
what
her claws.
this is called?
Yeah.
All right, Meta
He's like
Justin.
this giant cat-like creature with a woman's
Figure
face.
this out.
For the love of
Eas-
men.
What? I already forgot it. Easily beaten. For the
I
race.
drive men mad for the
Drive
love
a
of
man.
me,
For the love of me.
easily beaten, but never free.
Okay, what do you
Prostitute.
Mad over? Love.
Prostitutes. You can
Mad
beat
over
them.
love. Easily
No.
They're
beaten.
not free. And men go mad over sex.
Easily beaten, but not for free. I drive men mad. Blah blah blah. You know, I'm good at riddles, but not when we're streaming.
Me neither.
Easily beaten. What's easily
Oh.
beaten?
You have just a few more moments, and then you're standing in front of the doorway again.
Oh, well, at least we can think about the riddle.
Okay,
Easily
all right.
beaten. What the fuck's
Never
easily
free.
beaten? Okay, so what do you beat? Okay, you beat a race. You beat a competition.
Yeah.
You beat a.
I will say if one of our Discord followers thinks they have the answer and would like to give the boys a hint, you can direct message me, and I will tell you
will
whether
approve
you
it.
can give a hint or not. How does that sound?
I drive men mad, although I am free.
Never free.
Never free. Easily beaten, but never free.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pay for it. It's a cost. What is a cost? It's something more universal. It's like health. It's like love. It's like life.
It's like universal health care.
It's like universal healthcare in the States. I still don't remember the beginning of this.
Wait, I drive men mad in the name of me?
For the love of me,
For the love
easily
of money. It's money.
beaten, but never free.
Can't beat money. I drive men mad for the love of me. Okay, we love, men love, greed, gold. Talk with me, Justin.
I'm thinking. I'm letting you pontificate while I soak
Easily-
up your wisdom.
Easily beaten, but never free. Air. Fucking. What the hell is easily beaten? I don't know.
For free.
I'm not getting it. Joe, you might as well give us a
A
hint.
leash?
I mean, you're not standing in front of the Sphinx. You guys are talking out of character right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But never free. Free could be the different sense of free as in like, you know,
toll.
slave freedom.
How many people? Everyone's gotten it. That's the worst part. I'm like, easy, got it in the first 2 seconds. And
I've
we're like,
only received one guess, and it's incorrect.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better.
Never free.
Easily beaten, but never free. All men want me, but none agree. I just keep making this riddle up because can you type it out?
Men go mad
Sorry.
for the love of me, for the love of
Was
me,
that it?
for the
Men go
love.
mad for the love of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking for the love of God.
I
but
drive men mad for the love of me. It's not money. Easily
not
beaten,
God.
but never free. You beat a drum. You don't love a drum. Drums aren't free. We need to get a section of this correct. I drive men mad for the love of me. Easily beaten, but never free. So what's easily beaten, but never free?
Bjorn has a hint to give you. Bjorn, you can give one hint. I don't know if the one that you sent me is the best one, but I will allow you to discern it.
Word your hint this way. The answer is blank.
I drive men mad for the love of me. Food. Easily beaten.
I would say you would have to be standing in front of the Sphinx to give an official answer.
Totally.
Time?
How do you beat time?
Time isn't free. I don't know.
And how do you love time? That's always
I love it.
Bjorn. Oh.
Distance? Life?
Did Bjorn message you, or is he going to put it in the chat?
I don't know. He hasn't said
He
it.
said, whoa, who?
Good hint, Bjorn.
I drive men mad for the love of me. Love of freedom. Power. Power? Easily beaten. Power, but never free. Power. Cost of power. Could be power. I'm running upstairs and knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh, yes, Klaus, come in."
Is the answer to the riddle power?
No. Oh, no.
Is it that ass?
This ass? And she turns around inside of the small room. And
I don't know what a sphinx is.
she's a giant lion or feline type creature with a woman's face. She's mythical. Typically, she only lets you answer like 3 times before she eats you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Not this Sphinx. Maybe she's placated with chicken.
Instead of easily beaten, softer than you'd think. Okay, so instead of easily beaten, softer than you'd think? Okay, so men drive men for the love of me, softer than you think, but never free. Is that how he means it? Drive men
Softer than you'd think.
But never free.
Thank you, Bjorn.
Thanks,
Good
Bjorn.
one.
I drive men mad for the
Bjorn's
love
the riddle master. Yeah, Zia, deadass.
I drive men mad for the love of me, softer than you'd think, but never free. So what's softer than you'd think?
Deadass.
Mm-hmm.
God, I feel dumb.
Me too.
We're dummies.
Yeah, we're just
We're
a couple
dumb
of
boys.
dummies playing a game.
We're so dumb.
Whoa, good Sphinx. Okay, to move things along, you did say it. You just weren't in front of the Sphinx.
Oh. Alright. What the fuck did we already say?
Do you want me to just give it to you because you basically got the way there? And
Insight roll. Insight roll.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
insight.
because it
To see
wasn't
who's
like an
smarter.
aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a satisfying answer to me, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
be mad.
Okay. I'll give you another 2 minutes. The two of you
Okay, so we have said it
I
already.
already said it. I
We
tried
said
to
it
remember.
before.
weren't in front of the Sphinx. You just stood in front of the doorway to the tavern, and then both of you started talking. And I think it was Harlan who said it.
Okay. I said I don't fucking remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said power in front of her, which it wasn't. I said money, but I don't think it was that.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, love and money, easily beaten. No. I said an egg is a joke. I said.
You said a drum.
Yeah, but I don't. What the fuck is it? That's.
Mm-mm.
I
No.
don't love a drum. I drive men mad for the love of me. Yeah, just give it to us.
She says gold.
Oh.
And then she
Oh,
sneezes
so I was
3
I
times.
was so close with money.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
She sneezes 3 times,
Oh
Her
yeah,
whole
malleable.
body-
Okay.
turns into the letter G, which then explodes into fireworks.
Ah, so it's a sphinx is a G. So that means it's. You're right. I think it might be a cipher. So if that's a G, Because I'm assuming that's a sphinx. I don't know what a sphinx looks like, but I'm assuming that's a sphinx, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's G G G. So maybe it is Beethoven. G G G G or da 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 da.
Well, why don't we go to the next room?
I'm guessing it's a snake in that room.
Might be a
go in
snake. Wait, so if it's a snake, G G, yeah. Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right.
I will say that you guys have to restart the cycle over again, and then once you placate the men with the chickens, you end up on the second floor in front of the final door.
I really wanted, when we were doing that interview with the girl and you were supposed to stop the guys from eating the chicken, I was really hoping you'd be like looking off in the distance as he goes to bite it, and you're just gonna be like, nope, and like slap it out of his hand and then continue just looking. Just like do it.
I mean,
really,
we can roleplay
nope.
any number of interventions here.
Well, to me, all of these are like running through it. He's just like, nope, we just slap the chicken out of the hand.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes
we now
you're
like
just like, this is
we
much.
map the turn.
Nope.
We know everyone turns at one point. You just throw the chicken in the corner. No one knows where it went.
Montage style.
Exactly.
Oh, it's very Groundhog Day.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, good job, Bjorn.
Yes, thank you, Bjorn. Great job.
So, beyond the third door, you open it and you hear bullfrogs. This improbably swamp-filled room grows cattails at its perimeter and boasts bullfrogs and duckweed. There's murky water. Beyond the threshold of this doorway just seems to be a weird swamp contained in a room.
Perhaps we should go in the swamp. I'm pretty good with walking in water.
And I walk in.
Yeah, I've never been good with it, but I'll stand beer by the door. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna go make sure they don't eat their chicken.
Song, playing my nervous swamp song. As I walk into the swamp.
As you serenade this swamp, a patch of water over and to the right sort of is disturbed in the way that you can tell that there is some movement underneath.
Hello, please do not attack or eat us. My name is Klaus von Stimpel, and I'm here with my brother Derek, and we only want to talk to you, Mr. Snaky Boy.
A giant serpent emerges from the water. It's just kind of like raises its neck out, and you can tell this creature is huge, and it regards you with one glistening eye.
Hello?
And it sort of looks at you with the other eye.
That's the other eye too, yeah.
And then it goes back underwater.
Oh. Hello, snake?
Nothing happens.
Interesting. Do they have any snake meat? Maybe chicken?
I can get some from downstairs.
Wait, what is a basilisk? They're like a snake.
That's
creature,
the
aren't
one that you like.
Basilisk
it's
would
like a
have
snake,
turned
but
you to stone.
yeah. Well, what about your music? Your music,
Oh, it did come. That's right.
it came, yeah, when the music was playing.
There's like another ripple of movement, as you can tell the snake is like sliding around underwater somewhere a couple of meters away.
I love snake. Please come out and say hello.
Where are you during all of this, Derek?
Are
you in the water as well?
No, I'm standing by the door, like at the threshold.
So you can see as Klaus continues to play music for this giant snake. The glistening ripple of these golden scales kind of like come up from behind Klaus, and this giant snake head like peers up from the water, and like a long snake tongue just flickers at the air for a minute at your friend's back as he's like looking for a snake in the water. It's like coiled up behind him.
Boy, this should be funny.
And Klaus, you hear kind of a slimy sound.
And I turn around and I say, "Hello, snake. Can you speak English?" I'm gonna try to roll persuasion on it.
It's a snake sound.
I don't know. With a 18. I'm gonna say, "Hello, snake. My name is Klaus von Stimpel. Would you like some more music?"
It just kind of like licks at the air around you again, and then sort of slinks away and like turns toward Derek, like sticks its tongue out in Derek's direction, just kind of checking you out.
Hello, snake. Hey, you want some chicken? I don't have any chicken. I don't have any jerky either. Are you like give us a riddle or something?
It's not saying anything.
All right. Is there anything in D&D that I should know? Because I don't know. Is there? We need to do something D&D-ish?
Can roll a nature check if you like,
Let's do
or
that.
perception.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Animal handling.
Survival.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a what you said.
Animal hand job.
So 17.
17 nature check?
No, that's just perception.
Perception.
Nope.
You are entranced by its golden scales.
That's it?
Yeah. Just a big old golden snake.
Well, it's golden. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it's malleable. Let's hammer it.
It's just like swimming around in the water as you guys stand like pondering what to do next. And
what do you think?
dreading the sight of the door again. You just watch as the water ripples over its beautiful body.
Should I get in there? Should I get in there with you?
Sure.
All right.
I have no other ideas here. I mean, it liked the music, but I'm gonna roll performance, I guess.
Roll insight.
Okay, that's much better. Yeah, insight is 15? 16.
16 insight. It seems kind of like, how did I rate it here? He seems disinterested with you guys.
Take a piece of gold out of my pocket.
And you do what with it?
Give it to the snake. I flick it at it.
You throw some gold in the swamp.
I don't know. I got no idea. I literally have no idea how to interact with the snake.
All right. So
Does
this
it do
is a
anything with the
snake.
gold coin?
No, it just sort of like looks at it for a second as it floats down through the water. Maybe the snake like pokes its head up again and looks at you guys and just like.
I'm like,
All right.
are you hungry, boy? Would you like some meat of some sort?
If you wanted me to just eat you, right?
That's my logic. I mean, that's my logic. And also, we can't feed it to chicken because it's, poison. I mean,
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. So here we've got a marsh here in the middle of this tavern. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of strikes me as strange. So obviously, this snake has some pull. If it can get an entire tavern to put a marsh in the middle of it, I mean, this is a swanky snake we're dealing with right now. So it's not very easily impressed.
We should kill him.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, if he'd attacked you, then yes, we should kill him. But I think in this case, the snake is doing what it knows best. It's just chilling in its private room, like, good patron would do.
Comprehend languages, a first level spell, and see if it's speaking a
You
language.
can just cast it. You have to roll.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to cast comprehend languages and see if it's trying to speak snake to us.
Yeah, you do, and I guess it's not saying anything specifically. Would it say anything?
I'm thinking we just gotta impress it. We've gotta show the snake that we are interesting people to be dealing with.
What do snakes like? They like commentaries on modern society. What's the deal with traveling merchants? They always seem to have extra furs.
I don't get it.
Well, because all the traveling merchants we have is... I don't know. What do you think is good? What's
I
the
don't
deal
know.
with all the goblin attacks on the road? It's like, why are there so many goblins everywhere, right?
You finish your joke
Crazy.
standing in front of the wooden door of the tavern.
Did it react? Did it say anything when I cast comprehend language?
No.
Did it say anything?
No.
All right, all right,
Okay,
all
I'm
right.
gonna go up to Claudia and be like, "What's the deal with the snake in the third room?
And she's like, I'm sorry?
There's a snake in the third room upstairs. What's the deal with it?"
Oh, is this like a riddle or joke or something?
No, can you come?
Can I
with me for a
offer
second,
you a
please?
drink?
No, I'm not thirsty. Could you come up here, please? Can we go upstairs?
I'm sorry, I'm
Come.
busy with my other patrons. Feel free to take a look around if you like.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sorry?
We did. I mean, we will. Thank you. I walk into the gong room and just bang a gong.
It's really gorgeous sound.
Nice.
Boing.
Oh, hey, are there any symbols on the gongs?
Interesting that you say so.
Fuck yeah, it's this song.
Fucking right.
The
Nice,
gongs
you
are
guys.
shaped like chickens.
Perfect.
You don't see any other etchings on first glance.
Is there a G?
What about second glance?
What are you doing to
I'm
second
rolling a
glance?
persuasion on my perception, and I
Roll an investigation for me.
That's even better. I'll re-roll the
Investigation.
4 because it's.
Hey, I'm gonna come in there and help you there, brother. I think
Please
you
do.
might be onto something.
And I say,
All right.
"What do your orc eyes see?"
Well, not a whole lot. I rolled a 6 there, so not a lot.
They're
what are you?
Gorgeous chicken
Can
gongs.
we take 20? What's that called? Where you just like stand?
That's
Oh,
the
we can't because time.
Nicest chicken gong I've ever seen.
Yeah, so you guys spend a couple of minutes punctuated by brief teleportations out to the front porch, and then having to sort of make your way to the back room. I don't know if you guys have fun with that at all or whether it just turns into drudgery, but eventually you realize that the gongs, like, you can move them, and on the underside of each of the gongs is a letter.
Perfect. So we are going to put them in musical order.
Well, they're lined up in a row right now as they are. So they're labeled as follows: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C.
Yeah, perfect. So that's a chord, or that's a scale. So we'll keep them there. The picture showed C, 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 and then A, 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 right? But we just found out that the Sphinx is a G. And the snake we don't know yet. So, okay. Well, that makes... We know what to do with it, and we should figure out what the fuck the snake is.
Right. So how do we get a snake interested in us? Why don't we try going back? And I go up the stairs and I make my way back to that room. And I go inside.
To the snake room.
Yeah, I get
And I'll
down in
come
the
too.
water.
The snake sort of regards you coolly as you enter and does nothing else.
And I do the same,
Hey,
but I climb on top of
snake.
Derek's shoulders.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna try this. I take out my axe. I swing at the snake.
Whoa. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I know you didn't do anything wrong, but I mean, I haven't had a lot of war in a while, so. All right, so that is a 14 to hit.
Sure, he's a big old snake.
Oh wait, hold on. That's wrong. 16 to hit. Okay.
Even better.
Perfect. So then I do 2d6. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, and a 1d20 apparently. So I got 7 plus 3, so 10 points of damage.
Great. You hack at this snake and it rears up, bearing its snaky fangs, and it tries to strike at you.
I'm gonna fall back and run out of the room.
Good, whatever the fuck. Strategy. Critical miss. So its strike at you is totally off time because it wasn't expecting to get hacked at by an orc, and it buries its fangs into the loamy mud of this swamp room. As it does, Derek, you realize that your axe hit has taken a chunk of flesh off of this snake, and you see that there's writing on the scales.
Ah, all right, thank you. I take the flesh and I run out of the room and slam the door behind me.
And you can hear like the writhing sound of an angry snake behind the door. It's like body is thumping against the walls.
And I'm gonna read it very quickly. What does it say?
It's all the same letter.
Oh.
Which is?
It's the letter E.
I thought it might be an E. Huh.
So that gives us G and an E. Perfect. All right. So we run downstairs and have a bite of chicken just to think it over.
Ring.
So that gives us G, 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 E, G, 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 E, but they're also in the position of C and A. So what the heck does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe there's a way to change the pitch of the gongs.
I'm not too sure. I
don't know.
I think this is the way we're trying to do this is confusing me. Obviously, we are musically talented people. You being a flutist, flautist, and me being a lute player. Let's go to the gong room and take a look. So we now have the gongs arranged from C to C. That's how they were originally?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just going to try G, 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 E, G, 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 E.
It sounds really gorgeous.
And then I'm going to try G, 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 E, 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 C.
Nothing happens.
All right, let's see. Let's take a look at this here thing again. I'm just gonna scroll up. So I think that this is not as simple as G, 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 E, C, C, C. I'm getting close.
Well, G, 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 E. I mean, all we know is G equals that symbol and E equals the snake symbol, but they're in the position of C.
C. Yeah, so that would be...
I will tell you, I created that ledger myself. I was not given that example as a DM.
So we're only looking at the symbols, really.
I will read to you exactly what the one-page dungeon told me, and that which I created this musical staff from. Ogre playing a piano in a messy room. He is infuriated by a small chicken and will attack on sight. His sheet music shows 3 sphinxes followed by 1 serpent, then they're repeated 1 line lower, which is how I thought I had correctly indicated, but
okay.
Not.
No. So I do G, 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 E, then F, 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 D.
That makes more sense, yeah.
As the sound of the gongs rings out in this clean room, the walls of the tavern begin to dissolve in this golden, milky light. The smell of chicken is everywhere in your nostrils, and you feel a little bit dizzy as you realize that this tavern, it's all part of some vast magic. that you have just dissolved.
There's walls. They're melting away. Derek, look around. What is going on here? The smell of chicken's quite alluring, to be honest.
Was it
The
all a
entire
dream?
tavern dissolves, and all of its occupants, except for an ogre.
Ah. Mo. What are
As
you
you
doing?
turn around examining your new surroundings in this dark clearing, the ogre is standing. He's like, "What? Where's my piano?"
Yeah, so we kind of got stuck in a time loop, and we had to get rid of the piano, but we solved a bunch of riddles and fixed the time loop, so everything's back to normal. My name's Derek, by the way. Nice to meet
Derek,
you.
hi.
Yeah, yeah.
Time loop? What?
Yeah, there was some sort of spell happening, and well, you tell him, brother.
Well, basically, we've came across this cute little tavern called Claudia's Taphouse, and then you playing piano upstairs in it, but it kept repeating. We're stuck in this time loop over and over and over again, and then we figured it out, and everyone died, I guess.
I don't remember. And as you're retelling this story, Klaus, you realize, oh, maybe it wasn't called Claudia's after all. Maybe it was. And what was that food that was in the...
Chicken?
All of the details are starting to grow hazy.
I don't quite remember, to be honest. In fact, I don't remember much now that you say it, but I hope you have a lovely day, Ogre, and my brother here.
Well, where are you guys going?
Probably to the city of Caspian, yeah? We have some rubies to sell, and we're interested in looting a little dungeon there, if you'd like to come along.
I would love to.
Well then, I think my brother Derek has a little bit of friends for you.
Oh, you are a beautiful piano player, and I think your face is rather cute. As I sing this song of love to you and profess my dying interest, we listen to my brother on the lute, just singing about love. Yeah. Hey, you want to go out sometime?
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's do it.
And we're going to end there, ladies and gentlemen. That was the game.
That's so great. I literally had written narrate the dissolution of the tavern and its occupants except for the ogre who's now out of a job.
Aww.
Get the PCs to take him back to town with him and end game.
So.
And I love that that worked out. You guys invented the ogre love interest yourself, Sam the ogre.
He loves it. Let's take a look see at this. This is my favorite part of the one-shot dungeons.
So
where we get
cute.
to take a look see at what's up in the hood.
That
All
is
right.
Claudia's Taphouse, the tavern that time forgot.
Okay. So, starting over here, we got scenario. The adventurers are returning from a victory when they notice a tavern in the middle of the wilderness. The warm smell of roast chicken and the thought of a cold beer is enticing. They enter and are greeted warmly, but something feels strange. Every time they or one of the occupants eat chicken, they are brought back in time. The scene resets. They enter the tavern again. Only they know they just did this over and over and over again. So we got the front door. C. A young lad runs in the tavern after 1 minute with a potion that crashes on the ground. This occurs with B and creates a red herring. Ha! 2 patrons playing cards. 1 eats chicken after 1 minute unless prevented. A. The friendly.
I allowed that to run from like 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how.
Oh,
much
totally.
Having at the beginning, because 1 minute is like so fast.
Too short. Yeah. The friendly and snappily dressed bartender Claudia. She greets the players warmly. 8 chickens lined in a row from left to right. They are labeled C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Oh, so it's...
So those are the gongs. When you hit a chicken, it will ring with the corresponding note. Like, I don't know what that means, but... We'll
cool.
call them gongs.
So then we got E up here is the ogre. One ogre playing a piano in a messy room. He's infuriated by the smell of chicken and will attack on sight. His sheet music shows 3 sphinxes followed by 1 serpent, then the repeated 1 line lower. So there he is. F, we got 1 sphinx who asks a riddle. I drive my man for the love of me, easily beaten but never free. The answer is gold. When it answers correctly, the players see a golden G hovering above them. And then G, a swamp-filled room that contains 1 serpent who surfaces when the players enter. It is not overtly hostile and is completely disinterested. The players get a scale from the serpent. They notice, oh, nice, Justin. They notice a large letter E distinctly marked on it.
That was hard. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like give you that.
Yeah,
You know, it was kind of a wild guess actually, because I just was like, gold is easily beaten.
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
They didn't even say that the serpent was gold, but I figured let's keep it in theme.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you had the good Beethoven's Fifth too. The players must play the notes below on the chickens: G, 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 E, F, F, D. This is the opening of Beethoven's Fifth. See below for keyboard notation. This is the magic of the time loop is broken, and the occupants and tavern fade from reality and memory. Cute.
Okay, so very cool, but I would just like to say, as a musician nerd, that it's actually G, 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 E flat, F, 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 D, not E natural. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just
That
wanted to
has
say.
been Justin's music theory corner.
Uh-huh.
Join us next time.
I don't have glasses to put
Thank
up
you.
my nose, but
Thank you,
if
Joe.
I did, I would.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Of course, anytime.
Great game,
Oh.
Joe. That was a ton of fun. I had so
Thank
much
you.
fun.
I thought it
That
was
was
really fun.
probably my favorite one-shot dungeon so far. To be honest.
Yeah.
One
It
part
puts
dungeon.
the fun in Bungeon.
Fun.
Dungeons. That's what we
Fun,
should
fun,
call
fun.
them from here on out.
Fun dungeons.
Let's do endgame experience points for
Oh,
the
definitely.
hostess with the mostest. Who was the best?
I would personally say Bjorn for getting that riddle and giving
know
you
what?
guys your hint.
Done. Bjorn is the winner. In the next
Good
group.
job, Bjorn.
Such a
Jorn.
sweetheart. It was a good
Whoop,
hint
whoop.
too.
It was a good
It was a
hint.
good
That
riddle,
is
too.
softer than you'd think. Good hint for sure.
Yeah, malleable, baby, malleables. That's the way we do's.
Correctamundo.
Well, that's it from us, ladies and
That's
gentlemen. This was such a great time. We hope you had fun hanging out with us. We will be back here Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for another RPG. And as my buddy Justin always likes to say,
Ba 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 ba.
bye, 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 guys. Good night.
Good night.
Ba.
Bye.